It's 150, sip and chill. That's a big glass of wine.
Yes. I know.
What kind of wine?
Duke said finish the bottle, so I said okay.
Oh,
This is the Walmart's Winemaker Select Cabernet. This is $4. And it tastes now that it's been sitting a couple days. When I first opened it was kind of cheap.
Cheaper than water.
It is cheaper than water, I think.
Yes, so it is our big 150th episode. We are drinking. I have well, this is what is in my cup. It is Ole Margarita.
Ole Margarita. I also have this in case we get too shenanigan-y. I was gonna open the Elvis thing, and I might if you guys convince me to. I was gonna open the Elvis one, not do shots, but I was gonna sip on that, and then I remembered this wine bottle has been open for like 80 million days. So I figured I should probably finish the wine and use this as shots.
So cheers to you, Tugs. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
150, cheers.
150. And I love it because we're going back to our grassroots today.
We're not for long though, but yeah.
It's not the same, but it is and it isn't, but it is what it is. And
it is what it is.
Well, we'll get to talk about the Bachelorette because I actually do think this is hilarious. So, Bachelorette news. We also are going to talk about the Netflix Manosphere documentary that just dropped by Louis Theroux. And a couple other things. So, it's been 150 episodes. We've done other things. We dabbled in Dad Cast. No, not Dad Cast.
Daddy Cast.
Daddy Cast. Daddy.
Shout out to all of the daddies who indulged us in our interviewing ways, by the way. That was fun.
We were okay. And it's fine. It didn't last very long, but I think some of those are good to go back to at some point.
It didn't last very long, much like the men in the world. Oh. I'm sorry.
Wow. I'm going to say this. Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill. Chill, Daddy, chill.
Oh, my God. You're a poor cat.
I know. He hates this. The other one, Bruce tolerates this better, but he is, let me down. Everything is awful.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a good video dunking on men. No, I'm kidding. But I don't think we do have a great one. Although, okay, we'll start with this. Or maybe we should get to these first because this is insane. I just saw this. Holy effing.
Oh, yeah, I know. I definitely should have opened the Elvis one and been sipping on that. It's fine. It's okay.
Mate.
Episode 200.
Mate has gifted 10 Poor Choices memberships, and also with the $20 says happy 150. Cheers.
150.
Thank you so much. That is a lot. I think we do have to do a shot or some sherries or something. I don't think any of us has peaches. I can't have peaches, but that's okay.
Peaches.
Mongoose with the 2 British pounds says, congrats on 150 episodes. And has also gifted 5 Poor Choices memberships. So I think for those, I think, where's the shot goal? I mean, I don't want to say the shot goal should be 150 because I think that would be a little crazy.
Can you imagine? That would be wild.
A lot of crazy. It'd be a lot of crazy. But I think we should at least take a swig of our drink.
Our drinky drinks.
Our drinky drinks.
I do need a special occasion to open the Elvis one, guys. So, but do we wait till episode 200?
I think so. I think so.
It's either going to be episode 200 or 2,000 subs on YouTube, whichever I hit first. Cheers!
Cheers!
A baby sip.
Ooh.
Seriously, if you guys have not had the Fireball apple, I'm telling you, get it. It's so good.
Okay, so let's see. I saw this post that you sent me, and so we don't have to have the audio on. If you're gonna have a child, analyze whether the person in front of you can take responsibility, because if I wake up every hour and my husband sleeps like that, I'd divorce him. So I guess this girl woke up at 12:30, 1:30. I'm just trying to see one. Oh, that's actually quick feeding. Oh, comforting. Now, I do think we should also put into context what is happening in each other's lives. Is she only just a mom? Is she
Out like honestly,
working?
very impressive. I don't know how he has slept through that. I mean, she's
Uh,
breastfeeding the majority of the time. There's not a whole lot he's going to be able to do that.
I was about to say that. So I don't know if the baby does need to eat like almost every hour to two, or like born.
Yeah,
So
he can't help you there unless you're bottle feeding. I mean, that's
with a breast
different,
pump, but you can't
yeah.
pump all the meals out in one go either. So I don't know what you would do in that sense. Like, does he put the baby up to your boob and then let you sleep? I don't think you can sleep. So I struggle to think, like, I don't know what else you can do.
Yeah, I don't know. And I also like for this post, like this is a good question, Snow actually. Snow I always say your name wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's
Is
not
the problem
Sari.
that he does Snow Sari? What and you know what? At this point, I've been calling you Snow Rexy this whole time. It's fine. Is the problem that he doesn't wake up or that he's not participating? I don't know. Honestly.
What can he do if he wakes up? He should try to get as much sleep as he can if he's not doing anything. I mean,
I think it's impressive that he can sleep through that because baby cries are something.
yeah.
Or
Okay.
something.
To those men in chat who've had babies, especially in the infant stage, like under 1 month, thread here says get up and get her something to drink or eat.
I mean, I would agree if he wakes up, it doesn't look like he wakes at all.
The guy is so impressive that he can sleep like that. But I don't know. I don't know. That also has to be up to her. I don't know if she was filming this to be like, oh, what a horrible, horrible husband. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know the context behind the original video either, but I mean, there is this like the look there. She looks frustrated, which I mean, of course, anybody would be.
you're
And then
getting
she like,
woken up every hour.
yeah, she does film him specifically to show that he is like snoring. So I don't know. Her pajamas are cute though. I want them.
Yeah.
That's also a really cool bassinet thing. Like it bounces.
It bounces. The technology these days. Yeah, I don't know. I'm there with you, girl. I feel bad that you're going through this, but if this is an actual problem, you address it with your husband. You do not film him. I think this is kind of cruel.
Yeah,
Yet again, maybe this is a couple that puts everything on the internet.
probably.
And then talk it through. I mean, maybe he works 12 to 16 hours a day. I don't know. And then he needs the other 8 hours to sleep and eat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
I
don't
don't know
know.
that if I wake up every hour, my husband sleeps like that, I'd divorce him. I don't know that I would divorce him. But here's the thing too, is like I'm sure the divorce thought has crossed the mom's mind at some point because we're so tired, right? I say we, like I have children, but I don't. But I have all of my friends have had children, and you seriously get, even if you know that your husband needs to work all those hours and like logically, right? You're like, of course he can't wake up. We're breastfeeding. He doesn't have those, right? So like maybe then you pump and you have a couple bottles in the fridge and you're like, listen, hun, can you please at this point wake up at some point and feed her or him just to give me a break. Like there's conversations that could be had about that, but and as the general speaking, my point is that you get so exhausted, and anybody who's been overtly tired for whatever reason knows that you're like, I could drive this bus into a wall and not care. Like, you get so overly tired, your brain stops functioning, you get frustrated super easy, you get angry super easy. So like I feel like there's been multiple threats from women at some point during this kind of a situation, whether it's illogical or not, because you're getting up every 5 minutes to feed the
Yeah.
baby to be like, I will divorce you.
Yeah. Okay, I got a dad here. Prop dude shop. Thank you. I work night shift, so would take the early AM feeding, then would sleep like the dead. She made sure the home was quiet until I got up for work early afternoon. Respect needs to go both ways. And I think that is a great way to manage that. And like I said, we only see the snippet of her night between 12:30 to 7. It's not the whole day. We don't know what they have between them. Who knows? So I do
agree.
assume.
I do agree. I don't know that I would, but I don't know that I wouldn't threaten divorce either, just because you're so tired and cranky. But the thing is like the only other way that this would be able to be fixed, and again, we're just going based off of this girl's tweet and face value. Okay, obviously we don't know the nuances. Is you can, even though she's breastfeeding, right? He obviously can't do that. You can, depending on how much milk she's producing, which as often as she's getting up, I would assume is normal to maybe a little bit more than usual. you can put that in bottles in the refrigerator for that conversation to be like, okay, I was up until 6:30. You have the day off. You got a night's sleep. Like, here's 3 bottles that'll get you an hour or 2 or whatever, right? You know your baby's habits. I'm gonna go pass out. You're in charge. So then you have that conversation too. So you can put your human milk in a bottle. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you can.
Just gotta get that
A
pump.
little pumpy thing. Yeah. How do you think we have newborns get babysat? That kind of thing. So.
Now, this is a nice. I love this video because I think this is a great way to teach kids the value of money.
What are you doing?
So these kids spent $850 worth of Minecraft coins, and this dad, master of the credit card, and I think this was a few months of this. So I'm just gonna kind of like.
So you guys like stories with lessons in them, right? $850 shopping spree for your rooms at the house. You can pick.
Okay, so they pick up a bunch of toys. They get all this.
Let's get you a laser tag.
Even like they got TVs, football, all this stuff. It's like a pretty cool. Okay, so this is where the lesson is laid down.
You guys between the months of January and March spent that much money
on maybe 3 months
on my credit card.
What?
So you could have had all that. Instead, you guys got Minecraft coins. And do you have anything to show for it?
We don't.
You bought $850 worth. What do you think of that?
I don't know what happened. I think there's people mixed on this in the comments. I kind of scrolled through them a little bit. People are like, okay, I hope he put one as a retail worker. I hope he put that stuff back.
I would assume if he's trying to teach responsibility, he should put it back.
I would hope, but that's neither here nor there. People are kind of divided on this. They're like, how does this teach anything? This, that, and the other. But I like it because kids are very visual. I'm a visual person still as an adult. I think kids especially are very visual. And so for them to know that 2, maybe even 3 carts, depending on what they had, is $850 worth of stuff that they could use over and over and over again and play with and whatever and share with friends and whatever it is, versus these Minecraft coins, which literally are nothing. Like once they're gone, they're gone. I love the visual of it. I honestly love the visual. I think that is perfect for their age. And the minute he said it, the older girl, the older sister,
she knew
exactly. She was like, oh crap. And the caption says, we don't need those. I don't know which kid said that. It's kind of muffled. But one of the kids, and I'm going to go with her probably, was like, well, we don't even need those. Like, because you can play Minecraft for free. You can farm. Like, there's a grind. Yeah, whatever. All this stuff. But I think it's so cool. I was like, I
do like that. My question is, I mean, I don't understand Minecraft and all those games, but how do they have access to Dad's credit card?
It's linked. Well, that's another thing is, first of all, stupid dad. I would assume it's linked unless the kids are sneaking into his wallet, which would be astronomically diabolical.
Yeah.
That's a whole separate conversation.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's probably linked. Maybe they at one point were like, there's a Christmas thing. I don't know. Again, I don't play Minecraft, but let's go with Fortnite instead, which I do understand. Fortnite, right, has battle passes that are themed. Okay, so maybe they instead of Fortnite, let's go with the Fortnite. So, I love Harry Potter, Dad. Please, 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 can we get this battle pass? I want the Harry Potter stuff. So you buy the $20 battle pass and it links your card.
Mm-hmm.
That would be what I can think of. I don't know. Again, this guy, I would hope that he would be smarter than that. But you also at the same time, like, you don't know. And sometimes these websites will put like the little tiny at the bottom, save my card for future purchases in really tiny letters. And you have to look at and actually physically uncheck the box. So, I think there's multiple lessons to be learned here. Dad,
absolutely. Dad learned a lesson not to let this kid have access to the card. And the kids also learned a lesson because that's also something that I think a lot of kids don't learn until they get their first credit card. And I think we've all been there. Has anyone ever maxed out a credit card? I'm just lucky mine hasn't been astronomical. I have a friend who's in real estate, and some of the stories she tells me, because real estate agents get all your credit history, what debts you owe, what assets you have. So
I tell you what, though, that's more of a woman thing than a man thing, I think, in general. But I am genuinely concerned because as somebody who's chronically on TikTok, I see these younger girls,
oh my God.
even women around my age, which is even more concerning, but whatever, that are like, what do you mean that's not free money?
Well,
Like they genuinely don't understand. Yes.
They're so buy now, pay later. It's even worse than credit card debt because
genuinely don't understand it.
There's a channel I started following recently, Stephanie Lang, Australian. She's so gorgeous, this beautiful blonde woman, and she talks about women and how girl math, it's one of the worst things ever. Like, oh, if I return a sweater, I buy something, it's basically free because I spent that money already. We've talked about it. It's like it's such a fun, like funny way to talk about money as long as it's in jest. But
yes, like there's a couple I follow on Instagram. You guys have seen me post. If you follow me on Instagram, you see me post their stuff before. Kevin Cooney and his wife Ashley. And she did actually have debt, and there was a big post that she made a year or so ago now, how she worked her butt off posting content and becoming viral, and all that money went to that card, and she paid it off like right before they got married. I think it was right after they got married, somewhere around there. Like that was her goal. And so there's like a video on there about her like telling him, and she's like, look at that balance, baby, that's a zero. And he was so proud of her. By the way, be proud of your wife's stupid accomplishments, okay? Even if it's as ridiculous and like irresponsible as something like you put yourself in this mess, like please be proud of her. But anyway, but they always joke about it. Like they do the videos where it's like, well, it's your credit card, so it's free, right? Like stuff like that. Like, but that's funny. That they understand, like, obviously that's not it. She has been there before. Like, obviously they're being funny now, but the amount of people that genuinely don't understand it. And I would love to see the studies, if there are any. If not, there should be on the women that have significant credit card debt versus not having a dad at home.
Ooh, interesting.
I would love to see that. I really would.
I don't know.
I bet you anything, it's a very astronomical high number of divorced parents in their home with the mom.
If you want to watch the video that talks about girl math and the girls are going broke, you should watch this video. The girls are going broke. It's great. She's basically like us with an Australian accent. I like her videos.
And way prettier than me. So kudos to her.
Significantly prettier than me too. So it's fine. Yeah, I go maybe lesbian for her. Oh wait, can I? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show a snippet just so you can hear her. I think you'll fall in love more with her.
Oh God, these guys.
At the exact moment us women gained the most financial power we've ever had in the history of civilization, have the girls been more broke than ever. Bankrupt at 20.
Called for bankruptcy yesterday. It's not funny. It's kind of funny.
Morning, everyone. My name is Sierra.
Some beautiful girls showing off their beautiful bodies and then ad pops up. Some beautiful girls showing off their beautiful bodies and then...
There you go. Here, this is for you, chat.
At the risk of sounding like your very stern grandmother, shopping should never be used as a form of entertainment.
Anyways, so
But the shopping hauls.
Oh.
They do numbers on the tiki-talkies, friends. I didn't even buy this bag. Okay, this is probably a year ago now. It's still pinned on my TikTok as like my #1 video because I was shocked. It's a Vera Bradley tote, and it was Belle, the Princess Belle from Disney Beauty and the Beast, and it's really cute. It was like this pretty purple, and it had her, and it had like a collage of her, some books, Chip, and the teapot, Mrs. Potts, and like it was like this cute little collage, and it was, it would be good for like a library haul. It had a back pocket, like all whatever. So I was at TJ Maxx and I was like, oh my gosh, how cute is this? So I filmed it and I was like, this bag is originally $150, which is normal for a Vera Bradley. And they wanted $30 for it. So I filmed it, I showed all the pockets, whatever. I posted it on TikTok. I was like, hey, my book girlies or my princess girlies, like, run for your lives. I never even bought the bag. I just did a video. That video that's my highest grossing video on TikTok. It has almost 400,000 views on it. It blew up. And because and I had so many girly pops. I actually helped one girl out and went and bought the bag because they had 2. I went and bought one and I mailed it to her and she paid me back.
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah. She was like, please, I'm begging you. Bella's my favorite. We don't have I live in this small town. We don't have a TJ Maxx, blah, blah. So I went, I was like, let me go see if there's and they did. Yep, that one.
Yeah.
How many views is
Oh,
that
I
now?
remember I
don't even know.
think Kara loves this bag brand too.
Yeah, no, it's so Vera Bradley's been around forever. She always does some cutie patootie Disney bags. And it's a cute bag and it's got lots of pockets. Like, it's very practical. But yeah, they wanted I think it was $30. I don't know. I flipped around, but it's $30.
Wow.
105 originally. Look at even
That's
TJ
crazy.
Maxx commented on it. That's how it it blew up for 0 reasons. But yeah, so one girl was like, please, please, please. And I ended up going back and they did have one left. So I got it for her. But
that's pretty cool.
But the shopping hauls,
that's
they
pretty
do
cool.
so well. And I can't tell you how many influencers I watch that actually, and I think we've talked about 1 or 2 people before that they do the shopping hauls and then return the items.
Yeah. Well, at least through Stephanie's channel, I remember watching one shopping haul influencer, the downward spiral. There was one that would steal. She got caught. And the funny part and the crazy part is it actually increased her notoriety and her channel did better. Like, and then she did it again.
Freaking of course.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna have to bring out our drinks again because Ian is in chat with the fitty. British pound says if you spend $8.50 on one thing, it's like you spent $8.50 on something else. That's just facts. Are you trying to girl math us, Ian?
Yeah, correct.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you.
Cheers, Ian.
And then Ian with another 50 British pounds says, hurts, please. I'm 42. I only use daddy's credit card when necessary.
Now, Ian, are you talking about yourself when you say daddy?
Or hurts.
Are you talking about hurts? Or no, he's talking about monkey. Monkey is daddy.
Wait, who? No, I'm daddy. I'm his daddy. I forgot. You don't use
Ian, I hope you're feeling
Ian.
better.
I will smack you hard, not in the way you like.
Eon, are you feeling better, Eon? I like Eon. Ian. Eon.
When I called him Leon. Leon. Cheers. Should I wear my daddy hat?
Daddy Ray girl.
I can wear my daddy hat. Let me go grab it.
Oh, she's got a daddy hat. Oh my gosh,
just for you, Ian.
Is this from Call Her Daddy?
Yes.
I knew it.
This is how did I know? No, I actually really like the hat. This is from back in the day, and I used to actually wear it all the time. Yes, I am Eon's daddy. Cheers. Speaking of daddies, not in the fun sense, but we saw the progression from baby to child to, almost full-grown adult. I saw this video and I didn't really care to talk about it, but like this is his daughter turning 18. She has to pay rent.
Oh. Okay, start it over. What?
The only time you ever see your 16-year-old daughter is when she's hungry.
She's 16, so I didn't really care. 16-year-olds are kind of like this.
And get something
Did you say 15?
16.
Oh.
Maybe he did.
And she'll be 17 this year.
Yeah.
Guess what, Mama?
What?
Inseminate or.
In one more year, she's got to start paying rent.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You got to start paying rent.
No, I mean, this video, it's pretty boring in my opinion. And I think if a kid didn't go to school or something to further their education, and this is something that my parents did, they didn't have us pay rent. But if they did nothing or worked, you're part of the household bills.
I mean, my dad used to joke, what happens when you turn 18? I'd be like, I'm out of here. As like I don't know if he was serious or not, but I feel like this is both a detriment.
Yeah.
It's detriment to, I think it's detrimental on one hand because kicking especially your daughters, your sons, okay. But your daughters,
I don't think a kid should be kicked out without them knowing for sure that's happening. Like, give them like a month to 2 months to get themselves together. Do they even have a job? Like things like that, right?
But also, here's my thing about this. Now that I'm older, one, kicking your daughters out at that young of an age and being like, "Hey, bye," like get out. I think as a whole, making those comments is detrimental. Like, why did you have me? Like,
It's
obviously you
supposed to be a
don't want
safe
me.
space, right?
Yeah,
I agree with
this
that.
is my home. You chose to have children, and all you want is me out. Well, when you're out 18, you're out. When you're out 18, you're out. Bye. Bye. Like, why
So
did you even have me? This is a lifetime commitment. So that's
I-
detrimental mentally.
I would also hope that if this is you know, you cared for your child, reared them, guided them, and instilled in them values, that's something that they know is coming, not just verbally, but it's like, I've prepped you to understand taxes. I've prepped you to understand when you move out, you're gonna have to pay rent and
Yeah.
also utilities and insurance and a car. You have to worry
Yeah.
about these. Like it's kind of jarring to be that independent right away if you don't have yourself set up. So I think it's on the parents as well as the
Yeah.
kid to be able to bring themselves to be, you know, an actual what's the word for it? An actual like citizen that's able to contribute not to just society but yourself and be able to take care of yourself.
Well, but here's the thing too, is like, one, I personally, looking back on it now, like, it's pretty detrimental mentally wise. But two, especially girls, you're kicking them out at 18. They probably have a basic job, retail, In-N-Out burger, whatever, right? Waitressing, maybe bartending, depending on where you're at and the age is that low, that kind of thing, right? So what's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to get roommates because they can't
Shack
afford
up with the
anything.
wrong guy, Mr. Milquetoast.
Exactly. They're going to shack up with the wrong guy. They're going to shack up with the wrong women, okay? Other roommates that are bad influences. And this is how you get this vicious cycle. And years down the road, you're wondering why your daughter's on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And that's dramatic. But my point is that, like, you're instilling this thing. It sounds like you don't want her or him, your kids around. Get out. You're 18 now. You're an adult. Bye. Okay. F off, first of all. You know, I don't mind the rent thing. Okay, now you're 18. Maybe we incorporate these. But girls didn't leave the house traditionally
until they
were married. Now, where you were from, that age varied, and we weren't going to talk about that. But the point is that they didn't even leave until they were married.
Yeah.
So now all this 18-year-old thing is an American,
very American
situation, and it's been a detriment to our society, I think, as a whole, especially to girls, ever since. Looking back on it now, like, it was funny growing up that, you know, your 4-year-old daughter, aka me, was like trained by dad. What happens when you're 18? I'm out of here. Oh, that's so cute. That's funny. But like, the joke stopped being made as we got older, you know, what, but it just is
yeah.
It's this catch-22 with it. I don't mind, you know, okay, at 18, especially if she's a teenager, hormones are raging, boys are the same way, they sleep all day, whatever. It's teenage crap. But
at 16, I wouldn't expect to get interaction.
No,
I'm
but
sorry.
when you turn more of an adult age, if you're still acting quote unquote like a roommate, right? Which she kind of is, you don't see her all day, that kind of thing. Okay, then yeah. All right. Hey, you work at the bar, you make this much a week. Take the $100 a month. This is your rent because you're acting like a roommate. You're not acting like my daughter anymore. You know, we barely see you. So you want to act like a roommate, you get to pay rent. And you take that rent, you put it in a savings account, and you give it to her when she is ready to buy her own house or maybe move out on her own or
a nice
wedding.
Surprise.
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, I like prop dude shop. Why is it so hard to say?
I don't know. I still can't say Snorexy.
I prefer my kids stay at home longer. I don't know how old your kid is. Out of curiosity, can you give an age? Saves for a down payment, and I think this is a very like at least the cultures that I know, Asian, and South Asian, like Indian, Pakistani, like that that culture, they stay home until they're married. Unless they go to school at a different country, province, state, whatever it may be. That's the only time they move out. So doing the same thing, expecting different results. And that is honestly pretty true. And it might seem like you're an overbearing parent. And I think it's really hard, especially now with the housing prices. A lot of kids, and I say kids, meaning adult kids, between 18 to 30 and maybe even older, don't even move out of their parents' house. Hello, I'm 35 and living at my mom's. So yeah.
Good for you, Emo.
I lived at my parents' house until 25. So
I love that.
yeah.
I think that's great. And here's the thing too, is it's like one, you're gonna kick out nobody that young can afford their own place to buy. Renting is stupid. For a long term, okay? Yeah, for a few years, okay, fine. Of course, you're young, you can't afford, you need income, you need to build your resume, blah 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 blah. Renting is a waste of money. It really is. You don't own the place. You can't do anything with the place. It's nice because if something breaks, like you don't got to handle it. That's cool and all, but it's a waste of money. The money that I spent in the house that I lived in Vegas renting, I could have bought 2, probably, or 1.5. Either way, my point is that you could have bought a house and maybe a half, depending on how the economy is. And it's like, and I wasted that on a home I don't even own. I have nothing to show for it. Except
Yeah.
good credit history, I guess. Oh, cool.
House prices are insane. And I was talking about this today. Like our parents bought houses like $200,000-$300,000. Let's just say 2000s. And they're, at least the ones that I know of, they're at 1.5 to 2.5 million, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, you know, I don't know if we're going to see house prices increase the way they have in our parents' generation, but I hope so, because they have not for me.
Yeah, no kidding.
House prices have actually dropped for me. That's the hard part with all that. But anyways, so this is another couple here, not the same one. Says their 18-year-old daughter just graduated weeks ago. Her parents thought they were being fair for not kicking her out at 18, but they are kicking her out after she graduates. They told her if she wanted to stay effective June 1st, she would have to start paying them $200 a month plus the cost of their own food. If she wanted to pay the rent with meal plan, it's $300. By the way, that's a steal.
Can I please move in
Incredible
with these
steal.
people?
Yeah.
Honey, you want to move in this random couple on the internet?
Yeah. And she can eat from the fridge. They feel they are teaching her responsibility in a controlled environment. I think the amount they're charging is more than reasonable. She's getting a huge deal. I'm sorry. Most places that you're going to rent, if it's just a room, is at least $700 to $800.
Oh,
at least.
And you're gonna get like an STD by breathing the air for that cheap.
Yeah. So do you think this is too expensive, too cheap, or do they just hate their kid? I don't think they hate their kid. I think they're trying to teach responsibility, especially like I think once she graduates, she gets a grace period of 2 months. I think that's fair. Getting a job.
Yeah.
Depending on her, if it was me, X-ray tech, you should pretty much get a job within a month. If you graduated with an English degree,
well, and I feel like the 300, and just judging by reading this and looking at them, they look like people who the $300, the $200 or $300 a month is probably based off of whatever job she's already working. I guarantee you she's already got a job. It could be part-time, maybe waitressing, that kind of thing. She's college. That's what the most of the girly pops do, is the waitressing or the bartending and things like that, retail somewhere. So I work part-time at a retail at Buc-ee's, and I average about $400 a paycheck every week. And that's just part-time. So that $200 to $300 a month. I work like maybe on average, sometimes it's more, sometimes less, but on average it's at least 3 shifts.
Okay. Just
So
an idea.
So 3 to 4 on average. I'll round it up to 4 on average. So I'm looking like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday situation. So if she's doing something like I'm doing, yeah, that leaves her, it's tight, but that still leaves her $100 if she goes the higher route. That leaves her $100 a month to play with, and she doesn't have to worry about groceries.
I almost guarantee the parents, majority parents, there are some that probably actually use it for whatever costs, but if they are well-to-do parents that, have never really had to rely on their actual kids for money, they're saving that money for her.
Oh, I guarantee you this couple is going to save whatever. If she decides to do it, I guarantee you they'll save whatever money. I guarantee it.
Oh,
just by looking at them.
So,
thank you.
17 years rent, $460,000, $460,800. SoCal, NorCal. Our first home is now in Texas. Yeah.
You said 460. Hold on. Actually, you know
460K.
what? I'm gonna do this on the app right now. Zillow.
As some of you know, I am moving out. I'm so excited for space. It's not the smartest fiscally to do, but I do need more space. I also have stuff that I would have to put in storage, and I don't want to have to move more than once in 2 years. So
let's pick a random. Let's see.
are we
I'm
using
in the
Zillow?
Austin area. Yeah, I'm in the Austin area. So hold on. Okay, Georgetown. Here we go. Search. Let's see. I'm gonna pick a random. Okay, Lake Travis. What
we
can
can go to-
$460,000 get you? Let's increase this. 350
for
let's go to
sale.
400.
I mean, we could do this. We could do this on. Actually, I don't
Not
really
4
know how to use the
million,
site very
geez.
well. Price.
615.
Max 460. 800. This is actually a fun project. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm on Zillow right now. $460,000.
There you go. You got it faster than me.
Where do we wanna buy?
They're in Texas now, so go to Texas and see what we can find for 460 grand.
Should we go to Austin, which is probably the worst out of all the cities?
Yeah, or Pflugerville.
Okay, you can get top of here. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet, essentially. This is a oh my god.
How many acres is it on? That's what I always look at. What's the land? Especially in Texas. Land is a big thing out
my
here.
god. This is beautiful. This is already better than you get anywhere in Toronto. Beautiful
Where's my
bath.
lot acre?
Bedrooms are a little I don't like the carpet personally, but I know that people like carpet.
In
Damn.
Austin, Texas proper for 425 grand, you got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,300, almost 1,400, 2.17 acres.
You got
let's
a
see.
stinky toilet here. You can close the door after you take a poopy.
In Texas, you get 2 acres in Leander, which is on the higher end side, but you can find smaller towns that are cheaper for 460 grand in a spot that's not Austin, San Antonio, Houston, and I don't know where you live, but just throwing it out there. You can get for 460 grand, depending on the tiny Texas area you're looking at, which I would recommend with that kind of cash, you can get acreage in Texas, specifically because that's what you said you moved to, prop. Just by looking. And we found one for 300 in Kempner that has 10 acres. That I have favorited right now that I still want to go drive by. 10 acres, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I think the house is like 1,300 square feet. So it's a little small, but it's not small. It's a good size. It's room. It's definitely bigger than this. For 300 grand, and I get 10.5 acres, which in Texas means you can shoot on your own property. Fun fact. And I can do chickens. I can do horses. I can do cow. I can have a hunting on the middle of the 10 acres. I can put on a hunting blind and hunt my own deer because you can do that on your property here in Texas. That's only 300 grand. For 460, it opens the doors even more. But that was all in rent, which shows nothing. I'm not calling you out, prop, but my point is it's crazy. It's insane to me. Renting is dumb, and I wish I had never done it. I mean, I didn't really have a choice, but man, if I could go back.
Yeah. Hertz, don't you have a son? I'll be part of the donut family.
Hertz, you're already married to Ian.
Beautiful. That's why I said I think he has a son.
Oh,
I see you, Hertz. Hertz mini donut. Anyway.
Mini donut.
Let's get to the Manosphere documentary. Oh wait, there is a super chat. Rhinoceros with a $9.99. We're all collectively fooled through inflation. Someone tell Trump to abolish the Federal Reserve, a non-government agency that took control from our treasury. But we all knew that. I don't know your politics, so I apologize.
Taxation is theft. Just a friendly reminder, a month out from tax day.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a documentary that was released on Netflix. Abba and Preach, they have I'm gonna hopefully assume that this is the trailer that won't get us cut. So just enjoy their faces over here, by the way.
And I tell them, because if it was 120 years ago, I'd be on a horse on the way to California to dig for gold.
Whose appeal has proved irresistible to hordes of young fans.
15 is probably like your main demographic.
No, it isn't.
They hear that content, they think it's acceptable.
Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman! What have I done? I'm doing it for money. I don't care about
The morality of it.
I'm not living for other people. I'm living for myself.
Anyway, so we have a bunch of the Manosphere red pillars there. We saw Myron Gaines. We saw, what's the white guy's name again?
Harrison, Justin Waller.
Justin Waller, HS, Tiki Harrison.
Which I've never heard of before until this documentary, and I wish I still had never heard of him.
Yeah, he kind of is like, it's, well, we'll get into it, but.
Also,
so
his 23 looks like my 38. So, I don't know what you're doing,
I think
Harrison.
some bodybuilders end up looking like that.
He said he was 23 years old. I said, bull crap.
Let me see if I can find an image of
yes,
Harrison.
it was Sneeko. No, it was Sneeko, unfortunately.
He was definitely on there. And it's funny because it's like, I don't know why these people are on this documentary. There's the internet. You can literally Google his name and see what they've done. And why would they be in this documentary is literally so stupid. But anyway, so what did this guy say?
I was so listen, the hype around this was real, okay? I mean, we kind of talked about it. We watched the trailer. And online everybody was like, "Oh, Louis Theroux, like he's really good at ripping people a new one and exposing people, blah blah blah." I watched that documentary and I was like, the only thing this exposed and the only thing that made me I laughed out loud when he was with Myron Gaines and Angie showed up.
Because we knew what happened.
Because I already knew that she left his stupid ass. And I was like, oh, this will be good. That was the best part of the whole documentary.
Oh my God. But like, okay, so, all right. Let's backtrack. Louis Theroux, even if he is creating a narrative, it's not like he created a narrative that was absolutely false. Okay.
No. It was a good documentary. I just was expecting, I think I was expecting more expose. And it was just
well,
kind of
I think if we were not aware of the Manosphere and the red pill and the things that have happened, I think this would have been interesting information. Like, but the thing is, we've seen a lot of this already. I think the only thing that was new to me was HS.
Yeah.
And Justin Waller's wife.
Oh, I knew he was married. I
knew he was married, but not.
Pretty.
I was not expecting to see her on there.
No, me too.
In the documentary,
and I did not know she was that gorgeous.
I would have expected her to be gorgeous, to be honest, because of how he is. Sorry, but I almost like double, like triple laughed when she was like, "I used to be an X-ray technician." Where
I did thought of you. I wish she said that, and I was like,
I wish I looked like her. Damn! Oh my God, she's beautiful. She's pregnant in the documentary. That like when Louis went over and like seeing their house, it's an absolutely gorgeous house. Like, but I think she is more like I think she's more aware of the situation she is in versus Angie when she was with Myron.
Poor Angie. I didn't realize. I feel bad for her at first. When we first heard the news about Angie and through Abba and Preach, like breaking up with him, and I think she kind of cheated on him technically, but I don't remember all the details now. But either way, I remember us both being like, well, you're kind of like, girl, what did you expect? It's Myron Gaines. But watching this documentary and seeing, because I had never seen them
when Louis talked to her.
Yes. I felt bad for her. Myron was stringing her, which I'm not surprised by, but like he really was stringing her.
Okay, the problem is, and we don't know what happens behind closed doors, because I will at least give Justin Waller props because I think his wife really does understand the situation she's in. I think behind closed doors, Myron was legit, like as Tugs was saying, stringing her along when Louis had asked her, like, how do you feel about him seeing other women
and being married to multiple women, because you said you wanted that. She looked like she was hit in the face.
It actually, like, she looked like she was legitimately hurt.
Yeah.
And so I think that was her first time seeing and hearing maybe something different. I don't know. We don't know.
Seemed like that. It really did. Meanwhile, Myron was on, and his real name is so ridiculous, by the way. But anyway, Myron the whole time on Fresh and Fit has been like, she packs my condoms for me. She's well aware of the situation, blah, blah, blah. And you can see it on his face too when Louis calls him out on it. And when not calls him out, he doesn't really do that. He just asks questions.
But
and with the information that he says, Angie was like, I mean, she was caught off guard. You could totally tell. And he was pissed. He was pissed that it was brought up in front of her. And so it very much, I agree with you. It very much tells me that he was telling, there's two different things going on here. In the public, he's telling all these online people that I'm the alpha and she packs my condoms and she's well aware of the situation, and she's not. Behind closed doors in the pillow, he's like, yeah, baby, I'm going to marry you. I love you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. They were together for 2 years, which I also did not know.
Yeah.
Until the documentary. So you don't stay with a man for that long if he's not promising you something.
And I think she was told so many different things. So
for sure. Oh yeah. I was like, dang, that was the best part of the whole documentary. I mean, it was a good documentary, don't get me wrong. I think I was just expecting more expose. But that part, if you guys watch it for nothing else, watch it for the Myron, the Fresh and Fit stuff, because holy cow.
So the things that I would say is a little different, and things that I've learned from the documentary, besides things that we've talked about on this show specifically, was he made a connection between a lot of the guys that are red pillars, because I haven't really looked into their background. I'll be honest, but a lot of them don't have dads.
I know. I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. They don't have.
I mean,
dads.
it does.
Their dads aren't in the picture at all. They come from Justin, which I didn't know. Justin Waller comes from such a broken home that they almost went to foster care, if you believe what he says. Which there was a suggestion in the documentary from Louis that he may or may not have been telling the truth. I mean, that was kind of left open because he's flat out says, Justin Waller flat out says that his mother burned down 2 of their houses for the insurance.
Although mom denies it.
Mom denies it, and there's nothing, like, if you Google the situation, according to Louis anyway, there's nothing like with the houses being, but there's nothing that says like, oh, they're investigating foul play and they're charging the mom, or they're investigating, like, there's nothing that suggests that it was foul play, if that makes any sense. So that was kind of open-ended, but you're kind of like, is he making all this up, or is it true? Anyway, my point is, you're totally right. I had no idea. None of these guys have dads in the picture. Not a single one of them.
It don't make sense why they're so like, man, like I still love the idea of men creating their wealth, creating their value. You know, you work hard, work in your lane, do this to be the best person you could be. I love that. But then at least with HS, okay, I'm not sure about others, but so Louis, he interviews HS the most, and HS has you know, it's a funneling effect, just like OnlyFans. You find their information, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do next? Oh, I could be this rich if I invest through their recommendation. Louis put 500 pounds into whatever the HS recommendation was, ended up losing almost all his money in it. So it's just, it's interesting. The way HS, he's a good businessman. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
I'll pull up a picture, guys. Hold on.
He is someone who HS, his name is Harrison something. It's HS Tiki Talkie on TikTok. He is a red pillar. I personally have never heard of him until the documentary, but I feel like his content is mostly either on Kick or TikTok. And I don't really watch Kick. So yeah, this guy basically, he hangs out with OF models. He judges them, which, you know, he has every right to, but he's like, oh, these are disgusting women, but you know, they can do whatever they want to get their bag. And I mean, he's literally made fun of Bonnie Blue, which I actually kind of feel bad, that little interview that they did. Like, he was trashing her
for walking out. He was insulting her. Listen, you don't have to like what she does, and he doesn't. Here's the thing about Harrison at the cute age, supposedly, of 23, also arrested, by the way. But anyway, point is he talks about OnlyFans are gross, but there's OnlyFans girls all over his house. And he is part of his business model. So he has a Telegram that you can pay subscriptions for. And there's financial advice, which is what Louis did. He invested like this. I guess it was like a stock thing. At least that's what it looked like.
It
The
looked like
500
stocks,
pounds.
but like
And
but
lost
bad
it.
advice on stocks
Very bad.
where
So
he
there
gets
was that.
kickback.
Yeah, and he gets kickback of everything. And he also bought, according to him, Harrison, he bought an agency that represents OnlyFans girls. So
Even though he doesn't agree with it. And this is why I say he's a good businessman for money.
Yep.
But I think that and Louis tried to ask him questions on this. Like, don't you think like it's like me asking for your advice if I want to go to the gym and work out. And then there's donuts there. And then HS goes, well, I own the donut shop and the gym. So I'll make money off of you no matter what. I don't care as long as I'm making money.
It exposed like the hypocriticalness of it. And I mean, we all knew this, but to hear this outsider documentarian who's older, kind of wiry and very British, no offense to my Brits, but very British, be like, all of these guys are selling something. And you don't really think about that until he says it. And then it hit me. Like, we know it, but it kind of hits you like they are. Fresh and Fit are selling their fitness thing, their financial. It's always like a financial thing. I also did not know, I found this out through this documentary, that Justin Waller has is it a Telegram? I can't remember what company it is, but it's called The Real World, developed by the Tate brothers. Gag me, please. Put me out of my misery. Developed by the Tate brothers. So Justin Waller gets a kickback. So do they, by the way, called The Real World, where you get to pay $50 a month at a minimum. It goes up from there, and you get financial advice from these guys who are swole in their business suits, kind of like Justin Waller does. He's like always popping out of his buttons. You guys have seen him on the Whatever podcast. Google him. You'll know him when he's
dressed really well.
His buttons are popping
really well for the most part.
I'm like, you're totally right. I never put that together, but they are all selling something. Harrison blew my mind because he's like, I hate these women. They're gross. They're disgusting. I wouldn't touch them, which I don't believe you.
But then he also
then you own an OnlyFans company. Yeah.
No, but he and this is the sociopath, psychopath, whatever you want to call it, path. They do not care about you because you are paying their bills.
Yeah.
And Louis asked them, so don't you think that like it's a morality problem? He's like, I don't care as long as I'm making money. It's about my family. And then this is my favorite question. He goes, it sounds like you're being like Bonnie Blue, you know? And he goes, oh no, I'm not shagging thousands of men.
I'm not like her. She's disgusting.
No, but you are doing the exact same business practice. It might not be the exact same thing, but it's the exact same business practice.
We've talked about this before with them where they're like, well, women can't sleep around, but I can sleep around. And it's like, but that doesn't fix like but you're also preaching that traditional marriage is the better way to go and traditional families are the way to go, but you're not participating in any of that, the hypocrisy of it. It was quite interesting to see that in this documentary. Honestly, you guys, it's only an hour and a half. Highly recommend, just pop it on. It's wild. It's not as much as an expose that I was hoping, but I'm shocked that he got any time with Myron Gaines. And I feel like out of everybody, Myron and the Tates were like where this needed to go. And the fact that he got into Myron's circle like that, kudos to this dude. And exposing Justin Waller a little bit, but as much as I don't like Justin Waller, out of all of these douchebags,
he's more apparent.
Waller has been always open and honest. I have a woman, I have a wife, I have kids. She is my number one, and I sleep with all these hoes, and she knows it. And that he has always been honest.
Threesomes.
Yep. Oh yeah, the threesomes. Ugh. And that's a whole other disgusting thing, but anyway,
I mean, at least he's honest, and I give him props for that because he might be an a-hole, but he's an honest a-hole.
Yep.
Like
he's the only one that's been straight up. I don't like him. I don't like him as a person. I think he's trash, but he is the least trash out of all of them simply because he has never once been hypocritical. Ever. So
yeah, and I give props to him for that. It's just like I give props to Bonnie Blue. Like we all know her deal.
Yep. And she's honest about it. Yep.
Absolutely. And she knows it, and she knows how to use it, and she becomes viral, like the whole pregnancy thing. Like it doesn't matter. I honestly do not care that she's doing that. Props to her. She's not my favorite person. I probably would like her you know, in
Well, I'm
conversation.
sure we would have a great time going out, but like,
Yeah,
I
but,
I
like-
don't need her advice.
Maybe
But yeah,
business
it
advice.
just-
We'll go with that.
It's one of those things where out of everybody, Justin Waller has always been this guy that's like, I do this and do that. And there's some things he says you're like, oh, bull crap, you know, whatever. He's probably exaggerating, but he has always been the one out of everybody that's like, this is what I do. My wife is actually aware of it. And this documentary confirmed that she is. Whether she's happy about it or not, I don't know. Her facial expressions were kind of wishy-washy. So
It's better than Angie,
either
though.
way. But yes, way better than Angie. I now know why they broke up. Because shout out to Louis Theroux, and he didn't do anything accusational. He was just asking her the questions that Myron had literally said to him. If you watch this, like you can watch it. I don't know how much was cut or edited, but it flows in a way that it doesn't look super cut. And it doesn't, he almost is like, this is the tape. Watch these guys bury themselves. That's how I felt. And that was Myron buried himself.
HS buried himself too. He wanted to seem like this huge macho guy, and then he got emasculated by his mother. Absolutely emasculated by
Mommy
his mother.
issues. Everybody in this space has mommy issues. I wish he had been, and unfortunately now it's too late because the documentary is out there, but I wish he had been able to get into Rolo. And I know the Tates are untouchable. He was never going to get to the Tates, but like Rolo would have
I
been
think
cool.
they're definitely smarter than
What's
everyone
the
else.
Christian couple, the fake Christians, Andrew and Rachel Wilson? I would have loved him to get into that circle too and just expose the shite out of those two. That would have been fun. But it's good for what it is. It's just not, if you're going in expecting like I did, like this huge expose that's like got all the, that's not going to do it, but it's subtly, and he doesn't do anything, but like he just kind of sits there and lets you marinate.
No, and I think the way he does it is actually really well. Like when they ask, like, "Oh, you have an opinion?" No, I'm watching, trying to collect my thoughts, and you know, get a good picture of this before I have an opinion, which is fair. I think people should do that.
If you've seen Matt Walsh's documentary "What is a Woman," whether you agree with that documentary or not, but the way that Matt Walsh asks questions and just lets them talk and kind of bury themselves and talk themselves into holes and in circles, that's how Louis Theroux does it. It's much more subtle, whereas Matt Walsh is very like abrasive about it, but it's much more subtle when Louis does it. But that's exactly what it is.
My favorite part is after his first time with HS, and he's done like 2 interviews past that. I don't know what that is wrong with HS, is like once you get a little feeler of like, oh, this guy's crazy and he's gonna expose you, I would not talk to him thereafter.
He was doing it for the clown, and then he tried to get him at the end. He was trying to get him at the end. Oh, we're gonna expose him as a Jew or whatever. Like that was like, whoa.
He won.
That came out of nowhere.
That's the crazy part. Tugs, I think we're gonna have to take another shot.
Daddy Hyatt. What?
Daddy Hyatt. Thank you, Ian, for the pity. I hope you are like, what were you sick with? Have more whiskey. I think that's the
Ian was sick with being too cool because he's Scottish, which honestly, you're not wrong.
Okay, son, you're too cool. I'm talking to him like I'm like some actual father.
It's true. The Scots are superior.
I want to go to your whiskey wells.
I want to go to Scotland so bad. It's on my bucket list.
Hashtag me too. Ian, if Tugs and I go to Scotland, will you show us around? Show us the best bars.
Ian, we're all coming to Scotland. Duke is coming with me. I mean, maybe. We have to get him a passport, but
what does it even mean? Scottish
noro?
Oh, norovirus?
Ooh, ew.
That sounds worse. Drink more whiskey and it'll probably go away.
What is this? You know what? Do I want to know what is Scottish?
Worse than the regular norovirus?
But what makes it different?
They have evolved to not react to whiskey.
Is a Scottish norovirus, like if you get the Scottish norovirus, do you just go running around being like, yeah, England should own us, or like what is the difference?
Okay. I'm going to the Scottish website.
It's easier among us for you to go to Scotland.
That is true. It's very close. Okay. This is literally just Googling. And this is the first thing. Laboratory reports of norovirus in Scotland up to weeks ending March 8th.
Oh Lord.
Winter peak of seasonal activity. Database confirmed. Reports of norovirus at clinical labs are reported.
Blah blah blah.
I don't know
But
what any of
makes
this
the
means.
difference? The norovirus
This is a new dominant strain of norovirus has emerged, increasing the risk of reinfection even after recovery.
No.
Oh, that sucks. Warn that people who have had norovirus once the season can still catch it again due to the virus's ability to mutate. This is some crazy stuff. Oh my God. Oh, Ian, I'd say I want to hug you, but I don't want to get sick.
Is norovirus contagious? I don't think so.
Yeah, which is why you're not supposed to. It is by contact. So contact meaning touching fluids, surfaces. So if I wipe my nose and touch like a doorknob, you touch the doorknob, wipe your nose, wipe your eyes, you can get it.
Well, yeah, but just being near Ian's not going to make you catch it unless you touch him.
Yeah, but that you know.
One time I got norovirus. I got norovirus, you guys. We had Del Taco. This was years ago, my first ever time. Del Taco, and I got sauce packets, and I was the only one because I love their scorcho sauce. It's my favorite. And I, you open the sauce, you touch the sauce packets, you open and pour, blah, blah, ate my burrito. I was down for the count the next day. Both ends. I was so sick. It was awful. And then I had to Google it because I didn't know what I had. My dad was one who was like, it sounds like norovirus.
Yeah. It sounds bad.
You can get it from touching doorknobs if you don't, especially in the bathroom. If people don't wash their hands, they have fecal matter on the doorknob. That's where it really comes from, is like people who don't wash their hands after using the bathroom.
This is why I don't touch the doorknob. So I think in Orlando for sure, they have the door. It's like a door attachment at the bottom where you can use your foot to open the door.
Or I like the handles on the door where you could put your elbow in or your arm in like this and pull the door open that way too. Those are cool. Have you seen those yet?
I still don't like that. That's still touching your arm where you're going to touch. I'm not going to touch my foot. I'll touch my elbow. You never know.
But I like those too.
Yeah.
I do use the paper towel. Yeah, that's what I do use. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get back to our roots. We started this channel on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, talking about the crazy thing men and women do when they're dating. And this is the next season of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, which is to premiere this Sunday. And let's just watch this just for funsies.
Have you seen Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Let's just watch this for funsies and we'll get into that. Sorry.
Because I have. No, you're fine.
She's a really confident woman. She's gentle and sweet, but she's not going to get walked over.
If she gives me a rose, I'm going to reject it.
Excuse me, those that are listening, take notes. I'm not here to get played. I want to take all of the roses away.
Look what you just made me do.
All rules are off.
Taylor, I'm here for the right reasons.
You're lying.
She's not playing games.
Get the car and leave.
I kind of like it.
Look what you made
That guy's gay.
Okay, so
I kind
anyways,
of like it. I kind of like it. That was the
Tugs
gayest thing.
was alluding to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Tell me all about that, Tugs.
You haven't seen it?
I've not seen
Secret
Lives of Mormon Wives. I've heard it through all of this, by the way.
You need to watch. If you plan on watching this season of The Bachelorette, I need you to binge before you start with episode 1. Binge Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It's gonna be a watch because there's like 4 seasons now, but you have to binge it to fully understand Taylor. You have to binge it. And when they announced it, I texted my friend Lindsay and I was like, they cannot be serious. Out of all of the Mormon wives to pick, you pick this one.
So explain to us then, Tugs, as someone who's watched it.
So the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is based off of, and I had never heard of this as somebody who's on TikTok. I never heard of this. It's called #MomTalk. And that's how these girls got famous, was they were Mormon moms and they would do dances together like their friends. They're LDS and they would do dances and they...
Wait, LDS means what? For
Latter-day Saints.
Okay.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they call themselves LDS for short. They're in Utah. They're based in Utah, Provo specifically. And so that they would do like cute TikTok dances as moms and whatever. And it all came to a head before the show started. It all came to a head when Taylor, aka the Bachelorette, came out on TikTok and explained that her and another Mormon wife, I think it was Miranda, but now I can't remember which one, it doesn't matter, were swingers. And they had swinging parties and they participated in all these things and blah, blah, blah. That was a big scandal. So the show picks up in the aftermath of that.
Okay.
But more importantly, and there's a bunch of drama, girl stuff. It's all scandalous. You would love it, actually. Honestly, you would love it. But Taylor, we pick up the show in the very first season with Taylor being arrested for domestic assault because she has divorced her husband, who she was a swinger with, amidst all this scandal, and is dating some guy named Dakota. And they get into a physical altercation because she, despite what the Bachelorette thing we just watched says, she is not confident. She has major self-esteem issues. She has major, I don't know if it's religious suppression issues or daddy issues. I don't know. Major issues in general. Actually, her family's relatively normal. Her mom's a little crazy, but fine. She's arrested for hitting him and getting into a physical altercation with him and being drunk.
And grabbing his throat and face while their son was in the room.
But wait, this is new. This isn't even what happened in season 1. Because in season 1, that's how it starts. In season 1, she made these accusations. Her and her husband are split. She is, by the way, she does not have primary custody of her kids. Her ex-husband does. So she
you have to be pretty bad for a woman to not have primary custody. I'm sorry.
She hooks up with this guy, Dakota, after the divorce from her ex-husband and the swinging scandal. And he gets her pregnant because, of course. And so they're off and on over the next few years of the seasons of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Honestly, if you guys like trash reality TV, I'm begging you to watch the show. It's great. Anyway, off and on, off and on, off and on. They're kind of toxic. They're always fighting, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, blah, blah. Her dad even calls her out at one point and is like, yeah, well, you opened your legs. So, like, what does that say about you? I was like, oh, shit. Anyway, it's
Daddy.
Because she's always trying to play victim. Anyway, so this physical altercation that you have up on the screen is new because we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, according to TMZ, Taylor allegedly choked Dakota with his necklace and grabbed his throat and face while their son was in the room. They're reportedly spending time together at his place when they began arguing about Dakota's romantic past. Oh, good.
Now, okay, wait. On that, that's a good point. So when they were dating, and I'm pretty sure that was actually the first physical altercation. Now that's coming back to me, is that she had found out that he had been seeing some girl, and so she was pissed off and they got into a physical fight. And the seeing of the girl was like text messages and stuff. They went on like a date. She ended up talking to the girl later in the season, and it was before her and Dakota were seriously involved and before she was pregnant, or before she knew she was pregnant. So she got all pissed off and worked up over nothing. Like, calm down. Anyway, but then like season 2, wait, what season are we in now? I think season 4 just dropped. So season 3.
It was season because end of season 3, I saw a post about that.
Yes, end of season 3, we find out again that Dakota is talking to other girls, and Taylor has invited the other girl over to be real. And this girl's like, "Oh my god, like he just said that he was using you for clout." All the drama, okay, all the reality TV drama. So anyway, but Taylor keeps going back to this guy. So like at some point, the sympathy runs out. Like you're just destructive.
I mean, it's like people who go back to abusive relationships, and I mean, it sounds like she's the abuser in this case.
She's got some things, okay, and her life seems relatively normal. She has siblings, and they seem normal. But I will say her mom kind of feeds into it a little, and also recently her mom has gotten. I think it was season 2. We see her mom about halfway through. Maybe it's the quarter of the way. And she's gotten some serious plastic surgery. And her mom are twins. Like, they look almost exactly alike. And so her mom got some plastic surgery to look younger because that's what Mormon women do. They're famous for their Botox and stuff. No, honestly, Disparu should watch it.
He should.
I'm begging somebody to recommend it to him. He would love it. And so, like, seeing her, it was a jarring. She's almost trying to be Taylor. It's weird. Anyway, there's definitely some, I don't know if it's a clash between mother-daughter, like upbringing. I don't know. But anyway, she's a psychopath. So she got cast as Bachelorette, and I literally texted my friend Lindsay and was like,
That is crazy
there ain't no
how
way
that happened.
There's
Like
no way.
you get like Bachelor and Bachelorette are notorious for choosing within the crop of their previous contestants,
Yeah.
whether they are of the last season or seasons previous.
Yeah. And
That
listen, I know their viewerships are down, and so they need like this win, and that's fine. But like, there's another Mormon wife that's on the show, Miranda, who's like, no offense to Taylor, she's pretty, but Miranda is stunningly gorgeous. And Miranda, who was with her ex-husband, is Chase, and Chase was part of the whole swinging scandal. They have since also separated because duh. But she is amicable with this man. They share custody of their kids. She's very respectful. Like, she came back to Mom Talk and was like humble about it. Was like, this is what's going on. Like, I acted poorly. Like, and she just, out of the two, she would have been the wiser choice. Well, I don't know. Anyway,
I think they should have gone
yeah.
with one of the girls from one of the Selling Sunset shows.
Or
They could have
literally
gone.
anybody else.
Yeah,
Out
like
of Taylor. Like,
yeah.
really?
And this is crazy. We got posts like this. If you want to get a glimpse of how bad modern dating has gotten, 22 men are about to compete on a national television for the chance to marry a single mom of 3 who cheated on her previous husband and has an open domestic assault case against her. So bad that Cinnabon cut ties with The Bachelorette and the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives amid Taylor, Frankie Paul, and Dakota Mortensen domestic violence investigation.
I didn't know Cinnabon was even associated.
I mean, me neither, to be honest.
But,
like, this is actually crazy. And so, like, I think, and it would suck. I don't know, depending on maybe the outcome of the season, if it's worth it for ABC. I'm assuming
well,
it's ABC
I did see
to have
something.
this.
Yeah, for The Bachelorette, that's on ABC. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is on Hulu. But I did see, and I can go look for it if you want to read it. But I bet it was basically like a thing where like ABC is kind of considering nixing this season, like not even airing it.
I don't think it should be. I don't like. This is Star Magazine, so I don't know if you can believe this, by the way. ABC reportedly in talks to pull The Bachelorette amid Taylor Frankie Paul assault allegations. And to be honest, I don't think it's a good look for them. The show is dying anyways. What's another failed season? You are better off just finding the all-American girl.
As much as I would like to watch this train wreck, I don't know.
It's not going to be good for them, depending on the outcome. If she finds a man and stays with him, then yes.
Yeah. Oh, she won't. She ain't gonna. Even if she does find a man at the end of the show, she's not gonna stay with him. She's a nutcase. She really is. And that's saying something because they're all nutcases, but she is something else. It's wow. It's bad.
Yeah. So let's see here. This came out today. I don't have the Forbes article, but Bachelorette Taylor Frankie Paul speaks out amid investigation involving ex. Paul told Good Morning America on Wednesday that it's been a heavy time to see the headlines just days before her season of The Bachelorette is set to air on Sunday. So Paul, who helms Hulu's Secret Life of Mormon Wives, as the founder of Mom Talk, said on Good Morning America that it's been a heavy time to see headlines alleging the investigation just days before her season set to air. Interview came after multiple reports surfaced on Monday alleging domestic violence. I'm a person that will always speak her truth and apparently smack her truth into someone. That's what I'm known for. And so when the time is right, I will be. But right now, just trying to be in the present moment and focus on this, she added, referring to the exciting time leading up to the premiere. NBC previously reported that Paul and Mortensen are involved in an ongoing investigation, yada, yada, yada. So it just seems like they're going to air this. And I almost want to just watch this train wreck. I haven't watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette in so long.
I am begging you though. At least watch a YouTube. I'm sure there's one out there. A YouTube like recap of Mormon wives. Because without I mean, I gave you context, but without watching her, like listening to me tell you what she's like is one thing, but watching her, like that context, this is one of the very few times where you need to know The Bachelorette before watching The Bachelorette. Like there's, if you've never watched The Bachelorette, but you're intrigued about the cute little Southern Louisiana girl that's got the big titties, you're like, okay, I'm going to watch this show. And you didn't watch the Bachelor season she was on. It's fine. You don't need to because they're going to recap it for you anyway. I'm telling you, there's no way they're going to be able to encompass the train wreck that is this woman.
Yeah. Also here, Paul added, it's difficult to envision her future on Mormon Wives right now. I want her to be on there just for the crazy train wreck this is going to be. It's hard to see past this. I'm not going to lie. In this moment, Paul said, when your life is broadcast out there in these headlines, it's like the end of the world. That's what it feels like. But this is the thing. It's like your actions led you to this point, whether good or bad.
She is victim mentality the entire time. She can never take responsibility for anything she says or does ever.
That's the crazy part. Your life is filmed 24/7. So no matter what you said and did all those things.
Her fight with Dakota in the first season, which is literally, it picks up like with the camera footage of the cop showing up to her house. She's drunk off her butt. And so it's like a drunken altercation. Fists were thrown, things were thrown. I don't remember all the details now, but it was enough for her to be thrown in jail for the night to like cool off. And she's just like, well, I wouldn't have been drunk if my life hadn't fallen apart because of all this mom talk stuff. And then it's like, you're the one that went on TikTok and was like, by the way, we're swingers. You did that. Like, you didn't have to do that. But you did it, and now you're crying wolf because your life is
because she's the victim.
What?
Victim. Absolute victim.
Again,
and
she
that's the
does
sad
not have
part.
primary custody. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you know what? Courts are pretty good at sussing out the crazy, and I think they did.
I love this. She explained that dating as a mom of 3. Yeah, the third one is Dakota, so separate baby daddy. I get to go out and get away from my toxic cycle in Utah, sure. Go date and then also have my kids come out and visit me. That's because you don't have custody. Do you know how much of a shit woman you have to be, especially in Utah?
You really have to be
custody?
pretty crappy.
Bruh.
I hope they do not cancel this. This is
me too.
A train wreck waiting to happen. And you piqued my interest. ABC, good job picking a Bachelorette. I would love to see
now that you know the context. Now that you know the context behind it, it's like, oh, now I gotta watch this.
I could see Disparu, like
Disparu
if he knew
needs
the
to watch
context, he would do it. It's very
Disparu
MILF
needs to
manner
watch
like.
it. He needs to watch it.
Yeah. So yeah. I am so down for this. I'm so down.
My gabbers are flaccid, I tell you.
Gabbers are flaccid. I saw this video, by the way, and it made me laugh. As someone who has had a mother-in-law, I don't believe this, by the way, because I've had a very sweet mother-in-law. But just okay, I'm gonna mute it. But I just thought this was so funny. For those who are in the situation, I think this happens more often than not. You can see what's going.
I was like, where is this going?
Woman Hitler.
Oh no.
There is something, and I think this has happened in so many relationships, and this is why this is a thing. When it comes to your husband's mom.
Oh yeah. You hear stories, you hear horror stories about
so
it.
Many There was oh my God, there was a video of, and there's so many baby announcements, gender reveals and whatnot. People have had to hold moms back from ruining the moment of the couple. Just enjoying the moment for themselves for at least the first minute. Come on, at least 1 minute.
Yep.
Snoxarius is accurate. I mean, like I said, I've had a wonderful mother-in-law, so I don't.
Yeah, I really like mine too. So kudos
So
to you, I guess.
I think it's regardless of how you feel about mother-in-law, I do think that you will feel closer to your mom. Of course, you've had them for whatever 20, 30 plus years. You're going to want to lean on them more than your mother-in-law unless you are forced to because of distance. So I think it's just natural. Now the nightmare stories, I am so glad I've never experienced that. So glad. Oh no, Ian, you're making me feel bad about saying this now. Oh my god. Yeah. R.I.P. Mama Ian.
Eon! No, Eon! Eon, no!
Yeah. God, every time I think of Ian, I think of Leon. It's a really weird comparison. No, thinking that out loud. Whoa. Okay, guys. I know this is not dating news, but there's a Lilo and Stitch 2.
Why do we think this was not going to happen?
I mean, I didn't think it was not going to happen. I'm scared what's going to happen with this. Are they going to go with the Lilo and Stitch animated ending or the Lilo and Stitch live action?
No, it's a Lilo and Stitch live action ending. I bet. I mean, well, I hope it's the animated version. But
they didn't say, at least here in this tweet. Sorry,
it's gonna be live action. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. It's a live action.
And I really don't want Nani going to university, abandoning Lilo after trying so hard to keep Lilo. It's literally so retarded. But it's also Disney, so yeah, I'm sorry for infecting this. I saw this on the timeline and I just felt like I needed to talk about it. It's live action, says manga. Ugh. That's disgusting.
Oh, that's true. The anime did have the TV show. I forgot about that.
I did. I love the animated show. I watched it and I loved it.
Burrow.
Anyways, Monkey for $5 says, never give soy sauce to someone who is sad. You don't want to Kikomon when he's down.
You want to kick a man when he's down.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's good, Monkey. Where did you find that? Do you have like
I don't
dad
know.
joke toilet paper? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Did you just see a Kikomon sauce and thought about it? Because that happens to me sometimes. Okay. All right. Let's talk about one or two more things here. You had shared this, so you got to be a miserable sack of crap to be embarrassed by this. So my husband told me today he does not like the fun lunches I've been packing him for work for almost 3 years. I'm 26 female. We've been together 3 years, married 8 months. I'm not complaining about him. I'm just a little sad because I genuinely thought I was making him happy and I put so much thought into it. I'm almost embarrassed. I would sit on Pinterest on Sundays looking for ideas, but when he saw me today, he told me the truth that he thinks it's embarrassing and leaves half of it in his office if he's eating with other guys. I always bake everything from scratch. So on Sundays, I do bread, muffins, cookies. I make them into shapes like hearts. He owns an entertainment law firm. So when baking, sometimes I did little law-related designs on stuff. I know it sounds silly and he's always stressing. So I thought it would make him smile. And I'm also adding a note with a little Polaroid. So, okay.
You know what?
For doing things like this.
First of all, this post, I read this post. I saw this post. F you, Twitter, by the way. Your algorithm is foobard. But you also show me stuff like this, which is rude but beneficial for YouTube. So half F you, I guess. I saw this post and I read it. And then I was so sad because I
feel bad for her.
And I write little notes. Well, it's been a while, so I need to get back to it because I don't care. But I used to write, especially when we first started dating. Okay. I used to write little notes but I always cooked stuff and I pack his lunches and I put things in there. And I read this and my heart broke for her. Like, what the hell? So in solidarity for this adorable 26-year-old female, you deserve better. Divorce his ass. I don't even care. Cheers to you. I'm taking the rest of this shot in solidarity with you.
Okay, so I'm going to put it in the main perspective that I see. Asian culture, and I'm maybe putting a racial tone to this. how many times, and I love the little cute stars, the hearts, the little things you cut. How many times have we seen posts about kids' bento boxes, some of the
Oh
most
yes, the
adorable lunches?
dinosaur nuggies.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So I think regardless, and I don't know what exactly she's putting in these lunches. So whatever, it's a law firm. You can say, I mean, I don't know if she's Asian or white. That also might put in things into context. If she's Asian, you can literally say, this is what she grew up with. Who cares? You get lunch. I have seen even in chat here, I wish someone loved me that much. Geez, what I'd give to have my lunch packed. So, you know, you are a victim of your own solo mentality that you think this is something that is detrimental to you and your job.
I tell you what, he thinks it's embarrassing and leaves half of it in his office if he's eating with the other guys at work. If the other guys at work are picking on you because your sandwiches or your cheeses or whatever it is she's doing is making them in little shapes like a heart and writing you notes and whatever, that's on them, not on you. They're jealous. And anybody that is too stupid to see that they're jealous is also not a confident person, and that's a problem.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
Agree
you
with that.
should absolutely flex it. Absolutely. There's another video that went viral on social media a couple years ago of a guy that has his little lunchbox that his wife prepared, and it's a basic lunch, guys. Like, it was one of those days. She even commented and was like, the kids are on one. It's like a sandwich and his favorite soda pop and like whatever. Like, it's very basic. She didn't have time to do anything cool or anything extravagant with it. She just kind of threw it together. But she still packed his lunch, left him a little note. He opens that lunchbox and he's recording himself doing it. And his coworkers are like, oh, what do you got today? And he pulls out the sandwich and they're like, okay, ooh, clapping, like whatever. If you have coworkers that respond the opposite, that means they're jealous. And the fact that you as a grown fucking man cannot realize that, that's on you. And I feel so bad for her.
And he's a lawyer.
And he's a lawyer and you can't see that? Like, bro.
Are we crazy to think this, by the way? I don't think we are. You know how like sometimes, oh my God, you guys are women, blah, blah, blah. You guys don't understand. I don't think we are not misunderstanding. Now I have seen, and I can't find for the life of me because I saw this a while ago. There was a funny meme picture where it was like my kid's lunch, which is you get the hearts and the stars and everything, but the husband's lunch is the food that is around the etched heart and stars. He gets the outline. I think that's, maybe I would get made fun of, but then you think, oh my God, my kids are going to be able to eat my lunch and they're going to love it, blah, blah, blah. So,
I mean, listen, for Valentine's Day? Yeah, Valentine's Day this year, Duke had to work. And we still haven't done anything for Valentine's Day, but it's fine. So I went out of my way. I went to Walmart that day to pick up some supplies for something I was doing. And I saw a cute little heart-shaped cookie. It's Walmart. It was pre-made, okay? It was probably full of crappy ingredients, but it said XOXO. I got a little card, and I put all that in his lunchbox. That was my little, like, listen, it's Valentine's Day. I don't want you to forget that it's Valentine's Day. I don't want you to think that I forgot that it was Valentine's Day, even though we're on opposite schedules and it's chaos and blah, blah. Here's a little card that's like, I love you, you stupid moron. And here's my little cookie that says whatever. And whatever. And he literally texted me, was like, that was so nice. And then I got flowers the next day. But neither here nor there, that wasn't my intention. My intention was like, I know it's Valentine's Day, you're working, it's chaos. I've been working all week. Now you're working and we're switching off and whatever. It just is like, what? You have to be some insecure bitch to be mad that your wife made you a heart-shaped whatever it was. She doesn't specify, but whatever it was. Like,
I wish we got an image of what he got for lunch.
Divorce him and find somebody else. That's one of the things we're like, divorce!
Yeah. Honestly, this is another scenario if we're going to kind of put it on the other And is she too fat to deserve love? My husband,
Oh, no.
36, told me 33 female that I don't deserve love until I'm 140 pounds again. When my husband and I first met, I was around 140 pounds. At the time, I was early 20s, depressed, high anxiety, drinking all the time to fill the void, etc. I was freshly out of a terrible relationship that drained the life out of me. Now, I honestly, girl, I think you should have stayed single for a little bit before finding another man.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
anyways, besides that point, fast forward, we got married, had a baby, and I was diagnosed with PPA, hypothyroidism, and depression. I was put on
Dear
birth control,
God.
depression medication, and thyroid medication roughly around the same time. And now all this, by the way, will make you gain weight.
Have
With the-
you thought about like not doing any of that? That sounds terrible.
I mean, she
Like,
can't
forget
control
the
the baby
weight
part.
thing. Forget the weight. Well, the baby thing, yeah. But like, girl, yeah. How long did you have the baby after you got married? What was the married timeline when you were depressed with high anxiety?
I
feel
mean,
like
she
there's
was
a
since early
connection here.
20s. That's
There's
like
a
a decade.
connection.
There's at least
Yeah,
a
that's
decade.
crazy. All right, anyway.
So with the baby weight, the depression and anxiety and the hypothyroidism, I maintain a weight of roughly 175 pounds for 4 years. I've tried working out, eating healthier with no luck of losing weight. Fast forward to the last month, I now weigh 182 pounds. My husband has become more verbal with how unhappy he is with my body and recently told me I don't deserve love until I'm 140 pounds again because I can't even love myself enough to get my weight under control. That, okay.
Oof.
I mean,
That's a cruel thing to
I mean,
say.
it's very cruel. It's very mean. I think she should lose weight, sure, but that is a very mean way
That's
to
a
put it.
really mean
Oh
thing to
my
say.
God.
But also, like, I worked out and eating healthier with no luck. Have you tried getting off the medication? I'm just wondering.
I mean, I don't know. I would like to hope that the depression medication would be the first medication to go off of, and I think that would help significantly. Hypothyroidism, you really can't go around that. Maybe it's a diet thing. So first would be the depression medication. You can get maybe that under control, and it's very hard. I get it. You know, new kid, the weight, that's also making you more depressed. Now your husband is making you even more depressed. So
Yeah.
that's pretty effed up for him to say because you know, she is not some okay, there's people who don't help themselves. Like absolutely get it. If she has this much medication going on for her, that's not helping her.
No, that would be my first thing. Like, forget the working out and eating healthier. My ass would have like the minute that didn't work, we're dropping meds. I don't know what meds. Pick one. Probably the depression one because the hypothyroidism med is probably a
PPA, primary progressive aphasia, a neurodegenerative disorder causing a gradual progression in decline of speech and language abilities.
Why is she on depression medication?
She has been depressed since her early 20s.
well,
so
yeah,
that's why
because she
I
can't-
don't think she should have been in a relationship after her last one.
Why are you, as somebody who has PPA, why are you on okay. All right. Well, doctors are a hot mess. That's anyway. Here's my unsolicited and probably not the best advice because I don't follow it myself, but I'm really good at helping other people, but not myself. So we're gonna go with this.
Agreed.
1, drop the depression/anxiety meds. F those things. 2, go outside. 3, just eat. I would just focus on eating as much like natural foods as she can, if that's her goal. Also, dump the 190 pounds he probably weighs. That would help.
Yeah, he is not helping you. He's actually causing your depression and anxiety, if not increasing it. So I feel bad for her. And I mean, we don't know how tall she is either, but going from 140 to 180 is a huge jump.
That's a lot. Yeah. And we also
So
don't know what the time frame is. At the time, I was early 20s and depressed. I mean, okay, I ended a terrible relationship that drained you fast. Okay, but when you first met, okay, you're 140, so early 20s, but like how long? You're 36 or 33 now. Did you get married right away? Did you get married 10 years later? Have you been using these meds as a crutch this whole time? I have questions, but neither here nor there. Girl, eat a
you need to fix that. in some way or fashion, I actually think, if anything, getting away from him, maybe even your family, and I say your kids, and I don't mean it in a bad way, is you need to
Maybe.
have less stress in your life for like a month to concentrate on yourself.
But a Highlander has a good point too. Like, is he causing the depression to be worse, or is it her mental state? Is it both? I don't know. I feel like we don't have enough information, but also get off those depression. SSRIs are not.
Yeah.
They're a
Also,
hot
you
mess.
know, even if your husband is mean, even
yeah,
if
that was a really rude thing to say. Rude.
you're too fat to be loved, or you're too big to be loved. It doesn't matter the way he phrased
That
it
is not
here.
love. I mean, you can be right. He's not wrong, but that's a rude and inconsiderate way to talk to the woman that has your baby that you decided to marry in a court of law and under the, I would assume, eyes of God. Like, rude? What the hell? Maybe you say things like, hey, I got the baby all packed. I packed like 85 bottles and we're going to go for a walk. You come with us. And she'll be like, and you make her go. And you go on a nightly walk. That's,
Yeah.
you know, and then that increases. Like, hey, I got a gym membership because I know that I'm feeling gross. How are you feeling? Maybe lifting some weights will be fun. Or doing like a Zumba class.
I'm sorry, chat. If you guys have been with a woman as much as you want to be as blunt with her as you want to be, sometimes that is not the best strategy.
Especially in this kind of a situation. Like, that's rude.
She's already
That's
feeling a
rude.
lot of different factors. She knows it. There's ways to have a conversation. You can have a very blunt conversation. It's just maybe not in the moment of like you're about to have sex and you say, so yeah, like I don't want to do you because you're not hot enough. That's not.
As somebody who has a friend that this has actually happened to,
oh no.
I told her, I was like, the immediate way I would have divorced him. He flat out was like, I can't have sex with that. And which is maybe true. I'm not saying okay, fine. At the height of her weight, okay, fine. But damn, that is your wife. Like, what are you doing? She told me that, and I was like, do you want me to unalive him slowly? Or I was mad for her. I still to this day can't believe it. She stayed with him. They have since worked things out, I guess. Although he still makes comments that I'm like, I don't know, Chief. Sounds like he doesn't really like you, but whatever. Neither here nor there. But yeah, he flat out looked at her and was like, and listen, she had gained weight. She knows it. I know it. We all knew it. It is what it is. But he flat out was like, you expect me to get in bed with that? I don't want to see that. He flat out told that to her, to her face. I was like, you know what it did? Nothing. She's lost the weight now, but it wasn't because of him. It was because of her mom dying. She didn't lose the weight for him and his rude comments. She lost the weight because her mother died at a very young age because of a certain thing. And she was like, well, I don't want that for myself. I'm approaching, I'm not far off. Like, I don't want to reach that age and die. So she changed her life and dropped a significant amount of weight, which kudos. Good for her. I'm not mad at her. Like, she looks great. She's much healthier and all that, but it wasn't for him and his big freaking mouth. I was like, he did not. She flat out, you guys, it was so bad that it was one of those times where it was like, you light the candles and, she's got the cute lingerie or whatever. And he flat out came home. She was waiting for him when he came home from work. And he was like, you think I want to have sex with you looking like that? No. He flat out was like, you think I want to have sex with you looking like that? No. And he went and got in the shower and went to bed. And what did she do as a woman? Like, as anybody with like any self-esteem at all whatsoever, she popped open a bottle of wine and cried the rest of the night. Like, I would have, like, watched her favorite show, like, and now again, like I said, like, she's lost a bunch of weight. She lost, I think it's up to 80 pounds, but she didn't do it because of him. She did it because her mom died early at a very young age. I can't even imagine saying that to somebody that I love. and I'm not saying that like we shouldn't be healthy for each other and we shouldn't be a good weight and we shouldn't want to try and live as long as possible for each other. But like to flat out look at your girl in lingerie trying to seduce you as you come home from work and be like, I don't want to touch that. Are you kidding me? And they go take a shower and go to bed. Like, she's a better person than me because I'd have put a gun in my mouth.
I mean, not that. I wouldn't react like that, but I probably would have been like, well, I think the idea is depending on your level of communication and bluntness that you can do, because every relationship is different. I'm sure some girl could hear that and be okay with it. I'm sure. But the respect to your wife or husband, it can go the other way too, of being able to communicate that in an effective manner. You know, it's like the idea, and I know it seems like such a female perspective to say there's ways to say things. You know,
but there really is. Like, can you imagine? Like, put yourself in her shoes. This is a real thing. He literally came home and was like, you think I want to have sex with you looking like that? Okay. What? I mean, oh my God. I was like, nah, bro, Lake Mead, they'll never find him.
Yeah.
They will never find him.
D-Day. This is a great point. These men have no idea how lucky they are to have women that wouldn't eat their baby for some selfish reason.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is like, you don't tell kids this, so why would you tell your wife or your husband this? So there's constructive and there's destructive ways to tell someone things. And I know that people are like, well, why should I have to censor how I talk to things? But guess what? You are talking to someone who once a month bleeds, doesn't die, also has the most irrational reactions to things a week before their period, and still maybe even during her period. And yet you chose to marry her and yet not understand her. I have to think of that as a thing where, you know, if you don't understand that in your wife or your husband, then why did you do that in the first place? Were they a place to put your ugly bits? You know, I don't think it's fair. So I feel bad for women or men who have to go through someone who is just super abrasive. And as much as I want to be someone who is like, oh my God, you shouldn't have to censor the way you say things. But I think when it comes to your loved ones, the mother of your children, the father of your children, there are tactful ways to navigate communication with them. So yeah. Snoxeri says, don't marry someone if you think they're not understandable and equal of your love and respect. And that's the thing. Like, you kind of do have to censor things that you say. And this comes with even friendships. I have friends who don't have the same political values, moral values that I do. But I still love them as a person because I have fun doing things with them. And this is just the natural law and order things. We can do this with friends. We can even talk about this with families. And I think this is more inflammatory when it comes to families. We always have that cousin, aunt, uncle who's like the opposite of your values. But we also need to remember they are our family. They are our blood. You might not agree with them, but you have to still love them in some point. Now, if they did the nastiest thing to you, sure, I get it. But I think there are better ways to be tactful of this. Now, sorry, I did see this single guy cooking because I just came back and I want to do this with Tugs. With the $30, take a shot for the road, driving down from Florida. Wait, single guy cooking, am I gonna meet you? Am I gonna meet you? Where are we seeing you?
Oh my God. Okay, wait. I need another thing. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for you. That is amazing. Make sure you introduce me as single guy cooking, by the way, because if you say your name is John, I won't know who you are. That's happened a few times. People will introduce themselves as that. I'm so excited. A single night cooking. I don't even know where you're from. Are you in the Florida region? Are you far away? Where are you? I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. Everybody is meeting everybody. I'm so sad.
You know, at Tis the Way, I'm sure there's meetups that this happens all the time. There's meetups I go to, there's meetups Tugs goes to. And now there's shots that we're both taking.
And now there's shots that we're doing. Yay!
Cheers. Let me know when you're ready.
This was
12
gonna be
hours
warm.
driving tomorrow. You know, I was
Oh,
tempted to
that's
drive.
nothing. You got this.
I was 24 hours for me. So it is a trek of 2 days if I did drive. So cheers. Love you guys. Happy 150.
Oh, this is warm. I wasn't prepared. Oh God. Okay.
Woo! I'm feeling spicy like my haircut. By the way,
poor X-ray girl. Can somebody please acknowledge her haircut?
no one has.
I did.
I
I did earlier, but I did miss it.
It was such a joke because I last night I berated the chat. I'm like, none of you guys noticed I got a haircut.
How did you guys not know it?
Sad.
My defense on Tuesday is 1, I don't usually have the stream up, but 2, you were wearing black, so I couldn't tell.
And that
but I noticed right away today, didn't I? I was like, oh my God, you chopped your hair.
I was not mad at that whatsoever because I do know when I wear a black shirt, it is hard to see my hair compared to, you know.
Oh my, the hair the haircut, if she chopped it off a good 6 inches.
4 to 6 inches. So this is the stream. As you can see, harder to tell.
Harder to tell.
And I only berated the chat last night, Tuesday, as a joke.
Jonathan. Okay, I'm begging. Okay. Men. Here's
Mongoose,
free...
F you.
Here's
gray makes it more noticeable.
Free advice for all of my men out there. When your girl says, I have a haircut, ask her day, time. Put it in your calendar. I don't care that you don't care. Put it in the calendar. And then that way, that night, you can be like, oh my God, you guys, the hair looks great. Highlander, put it in the calendar. I'm telling y'all.
For it. That's the worst.
I know you guys pay for it. That's the worst part, but put it. I know you guys don't care, and that's fine. I'm not judging you. Put it in your calendar. Put it in your calendar because she always says, I guarantee you, she always tells you, I'm gonna go get my hair cut today. Put it in your calendar.
Oh,
and then that day, that night, probably not during the day. Don't be that dumb. But at night, you get home from work, you come back inside from doing whatever. Pick an evening time at dinner or whatever and be like, oh my God, babe, your hair looks amazing. You will get laid so fast. You're welcome.
Oh, Mongoose. I'm at the gray top, not the gray hair.
Sure, Mongoose. Sure.
I remember someone's like, not that this really mattered in my life. It's like, now you don't have hair to grab onto. This is my girlfriend, by the way. And I go, okay, not that that matters, okay? Anyways, so yeah, I did get the haircut. Haircuts are so expensive these days.
Oh, it's awful. I'm gonna cut my own. I've watched 3 TikTok videos. I got it.
So I got a cut and I still had to do a little couple extras to fix it. And so yeah. And I paid 35, $40 for it, which is
that's cheap. Are you kidding? So
no, that's expensive. There's a girl I used to go to that's $20.
Hold on.
Asian woman, Vietnamese. I would pay her out of pocket, cash only. I always drop 20 because she charges 20, so I give 30 to $40.
Is that for okay, wait, your haircut was that 40 with tip or without?
Without.
Okay.
I gave a $10 tip.
So 40 Canadian is $29 in the United States. Hold on. That's without tip. I have a mutual friend that does hair. She's brilliant. I mean, she does a really good job. But I just want a haircut. So I said to our mutual friend, will you text her and find out how much she charges for a haircut? I'll give you a guess. Go ahead, guess.
Or how many years has she cut in what
Doesn't
location?
matter. Doesn't matter.
It does. It does.
She cuts hair in small town bumfuck Smithville, Texas, which has a population of barely 1,000 people.
For long hair, $30-$40.
Okay. $95. Which is 130 Canadian.
I feel
without
blessed.
tip,
Okay.
by the way.
Blessed. I feel really
95
blessed.
for a haircut. I was like,
So,
I don't want to dye. I don't need a diet. You don't even need to blow dry it. I just need it to. I just need a haircut. So I started saving videos on TikTok of the haircut I wanted, and your girl's gonna try it herself. Maybe tonight because I've had wine. YOLO. And see
don't do it. Do it sober.
I have cut my own bangs before, so I know I can do it.
Cut my own hair before. So
$95
I've done it during COVID. So Asian women who understand Asian hair, $20 to $30. I'm happy with that. The hairdresser I went to when I lived up in butt F nowhere was $25. Flat cash. Then I always give a $10 to $15 tip because, you know. But in Toronto, the crappiest hairdresser was literally the crappiest hairdresser. She didn't understand my hair, I think. But my hair should be easy. It's straight across, no layers, and yet she still screwed that up.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. So
my
I'm gonna
dead
go
ends,
my
I
Asian
cut
woman next time.
Yeah. My dead ends, I usually will cut myself. I just find a spot my brush can't go through anymore and I cut at that point. But I want a butterfly cut, which I have since it's a 90s cut. If you guys Google it, you'll recognize it. But I have since looked on TikTok and you want to talk about an easy haircut. All I have to do is part it here to the front, cut, and do the same thing with a second ponytail, and then adjust as needed. And that's a butterfly cut. You want to charge me $95? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's crazy.
95 plus tip, by the way. So you're looking at least 105 if you do $10. And I don't even get a glass of wine. Like, what the hell?
I know. I was hoping. I literally was so hoping. I was like, I'm gonna pay in cash. Do I get a cash deal?
No. Nope.
Depends on the person. This is why I like my Vietnamese women.
This is why I do my nails at home too, though, because this at the nail salon
Tugs.
been like $80.
Girl, wait until if we ever live together in the same vicinity. This is something I've always wanted to do with like a best friend. We do a lashes course, so we do each other's lash lifts. I'm not going to do lash extensions. That's
I could do a lift on you. I know how to do it.
Yeah, but I have the license for it. I can buy the products, and so we'd even live stream it just for fun.
That would be so fun. We could do each other's nails.
Yeah,
I can French braid your hair because I can't French braid my own hair, but I can French braid yours.
I can French braid my own and your hair.
Yeah.
So it's just these little things, they matter. And I don't know, maybe it's like a white person thing versus an Asian thing. I am so freaking cheap. I know it. But my hair shouldn't be that difficult. I should just go.
Yeah.
I don't even get layers. I go straight because I have very thin hair.
This is the thing though, is I already have layers from previous haircuts, which you all have seen over the years. So like, yeah, they're grown out now, but they're still layered. They don't grow to the same length unless I cut them all the same length. So they're still layered. So all you have to do is touch up the layers. It's basic white girl bitchness. You want to charge me $95. Comparatively, the girl I used to go to in Vegas would do a cut, a wash, a color for what was it? It was $75, and then I tipped her like $20, $30, depending on what I did.
And now I don't feel like I should tip people anymore until I come home. I'll come back the next day.
My girl Amy, and she's been through it with me. I was like, I want bangs. She's like, no, you don't. I was like, yes, I do. And I would make her do it anyway. And then the next 4 weeks, I'd be like, I hate them. And she's like, I know. I don't know why you did that. But she would do a cut, a color, a style. I got wine in her cute little basement thing. Her business operated out of her own home. She had like a little garage set up. It was the best. We had music. We partied. We were there. I was there for like 2 hours. And she charged me 70, maybe 75, depending on how
That's
my
so expensive on a cut. That's like dying job at that point. Like
that's with
color.
everything. That's my point. But it was a cut and a color, a wash and a style. And then I would tip her on top of that for 75. You're telling me that just for a haircut is 95? No.
I'll start cutting hair in your area. You're welcome.
Right? Shoot.
Cheers. That's easy. Oh god dang it. Now this episode lasted a little longer than anticipated.
200 what? Doll hairs? 200 minutes?
We just 200th episode. I don't know when that'll be. A year from now. We
50 episodes from now. So whatever 50 weeks. Hey Siri.
No, that'd literally be 2 weeks before this.
50 weeks, right?
Yeah, 50 weeks.
Roughly. Hey Siri. What date is 50 weeks from now?
It's Wednesday, March 3rd, 2027.
March 3rd, 2027.
March 3rd.
50
no,
weeks
that's also Friday. So, in March. In March next year.
Yeah.
And I totally hear my
earlier
TV
than
right now
that
talking to
because
me.
that's a Friday. You have a year for episode 200.
Yes.
I'm gonna cut my own hair.
Nail stream. I have nails in my luggage because my hair is getting done by Mel. I literally am getting like just highlights to cover my grays. There's one gray hair. I don't know if you can tell. Tugs.
No.
It's like it's here and I don't mind showing it.
Oh, is it like back here? I have a couple back here. Yeah, they're like
no,
little
I
strings.
have one long one. And
Oh,
it's
I
really
see it.
hard
I see it.
You see it?
It flashed. Yeah, it's gone now, but it did flash for a second.
It's really hard to find right now because I'm not looking in a mirror. But yeah, I have one gray hair that
I have a
that
couple,
really
and
bothers me.
they're back here. Like when I blow dried my hair the other day and I had it down, you couldn't see it because of my headphones, but they're I have 2 on this side and I have 1 on this side, and they're like,
2 to 3 gray hairs doesn't really bother me.
I'm not mad. But here's my thing. My grandparents, my grandmother specifically, she, instead of going white, she went silver or gray. She went silver. So it was like this really pretty, like silver. I mean, it was gorgeous. I was like, oh, I would love that as I age. I would love to do that. And that's what's, fingers crossed. The 3 that I have is like this silver. They're shiny. I love them. They're so pretty. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's okay. I know there's more, but there's one really long gray hair that I've seen in my hair.
I saw it for a second when you flipped your hair, but it was gone.
I don't care if you see it. Like I really don't. Like I'm not really bothered. But there is one super long one and I can't find it for the life of me. But I haven't pulled it out because I really don't care that much. But that's why I dye my hair. It's not a huge deal. I could dye it all black, but I'm fine. It's part of aging, okay? I'm lucky. My mother was literally like, I got my first gray hairs because of my child. So
my gray hair started coming
averted
in
that.
when I dated that guy.
My first gray hair, realistically, was in my 30s. So I'm happy with that.
There you go.
So
I love mine.
yeah.
They're silver so far, and I hope they stay silver. I'm praying they stay silver because that would be pretty cool.
I'm really happy with my life. I'm really happy with everything on my. So, Tugs, what are you doing for the next few days?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me pull my schedule up because I don't know.
You sound so Canadian, eh?
Tomorrow. Wait, Wednesday. So tomorrow, morning roast without X-Ray Girl because she's better than we are. And
no, I'll be on a plane judging you.
I have Resident Evil. We're gonna get her channel demonetized. It'll be fun. Tomorrow, so that, and then Resident Evil Requiem at 5 p.m.
Wait,
Friday,
you've not finished it, right?
No spoilers.
Well, you met Chunk. That's all I care about.
I did meet Chunk. I met Chunk. I snuck by Chunk. I flipped the light switch and the Chunk killed the light switch guy. And then I went back in, and then I killed the chef. I was drunk AF.
I did not kill the chef. You're welcome.
I was shamammered.
No, I did, because then you could get in the door.
I was shamammered the last time I played Resident Evil Rec Room, and I was like, you know what? F it. Let's go see if this works with the chef. Killed the chef. And I can't remember what I need to do. Oh, I still need to get I got the organs, I think.
I
got
the
both
wrist
organs.
By the way, I think that's literally one of the stupidest storylines.
Stupid. Just
Along
cut
with the
wristband off.
blind child, I need to read Braille storyline.
I haven't gotten there yet.
You'll get there and you'll understand what I mean. Yeah, so the organs, I should be able to open up that wrist strap to see what. Anyways.
I thought that too when I walked up to it the first time. I was like, why don't I just cut the hand off? Or like cut the wristband off? Like, why? Or anyway, not the point. So that's Thursday. Friday, Fallout 4, 7 p.m. instead of 5 because I work until 6. So roughly 7 p.m. Maybe a little later, depending on how the day goes. Saturday, gaming stream, but I don't know what we're playing yet. I'll figure it out at the day of. But yeah.
Yes. So as Tugs alluded to, I will not be here for Morning Roast. I am going to be in the air, hopefully around that time. Traveling to Orlando for MegaCon. But I know, but I've already set up the stream. I'll make it live actually literally after the stream so I don't forget, because that's
already set up, girl. What are you talking about?
No, I have to make it live because I put it on as unlisted. I don't want to make it live because there's some I even complain about this. When you make a week's worth of live streams live, there's then just a bunch of live streams waiting to happen. There's just too much on my timeline. So there's gonna be Morning Roast, which Tugs and Mr. Porkchop. We're gonna be talking about some Buffy stuff, Spider-Man trailer, and DLSS 5, NVIDIA backlash.
Oh, that looks so much. I hate that DLSS.
Yeah, me too, because it's a mix of AI, and they will talk about it tomorrow. So then, yeah, you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna live stream, but if you do, please watch out on X-Ray Girl channel, main channel. I will go live. I definitely think Monday we plan on going to Epic Verse.
Epic Verse?
The new Universal Parks studio. Yeah.
Epic Verse is Mike and Josiah's filming company.
Yeah, but they also have a park called Epic Verse, which I know is horribly. Okay, I call it Epic Verse. Whatever. No.
Okay, but wait, if you go, you have to go. Don't listen to Geeks and Gamers. F those guys. Go to the Dark Universe.
No, we're gonna go to everything. We're gonna
ride those rides. Go to the bar. On where the windmill is. Go to the bar. They have the best drinks. Dark Universe is gonna be your favorite part. I'm gonna tell you right now. And then Harry Potter will be.
I mean, I've always loved Harry Potter, to be fair.
The Harry Potter world's cool. It's not as good as the other two parks, in my personal opinion, but it's still, the ride for the Ministry of Magic is phenomenal. I didn't even get to ride the ride, and I already know it's great because the queue is gorgeous. But the Dark Universe, you personally, I think you're gonna love the Dark Universe only because
I can't wait.
The theming of it, and the bar is fabulous. The rides are cool. The Frankenstein ride is great. We didn't get to ride the werewolf roller coaster because it was closed, but the Frankenstein one is fabulous, and the food is good. The drinks are good. The Monsters bar that's right outside where the windmill is, they have themed drinks and they do like a whole presentation. Dark Universe is it's the best.
Garlic pretzel steak.
Yes,
I'll keep in mind
so
that.
Good.
Okay.
And then
I will ride Hagrid on Friday. Yeah. On Friday, MegaCon night, I will ride Hagrid.
I miss Universal. I love them so much.
It's crazy because I remember when we went the last time, or when I went the last time, it was post Hagrid's actor's death, like within the last 3 months. So that ride did indeed have a lot of attention, love, and whatnot, and it was beautiful to see, because as much as the modern media has become a juxtaposition of what original media is. Like it's cool to see
The
people
fans
still
don't
loving it.
forget. The
Yeah,
fans
no,
don't
they really
forget.
don't. And I really truly love that his death, and not that I love his death, but his death has meant more in the essence of people attending the ride.
Yes. Yeah, the
So.
Hagrid is. I love that ride. Hagrid's ride is Hagrid's motorbike, whatever it's called. It's got an official name, but nobody calls it that. We just call it Hagrid's. It's one of the best rides in Universal. It's fabulous.
You ride the cart or you ride the motorbike, and it's it literally is one of my favorites.
It changes the experience every time. Yeah.
I love when you're like that drop. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That drop.
Yeah. And if you're in the driver's seat versus the passenger seat, it changes like the way it feels. It's crazy. I love that ride. But I think Dark Universe is going to be your favorite. I'm going to call it now.
We'll see. So, yes, live streams hopefully happening. I'm going to be more of a background person. Realistically, I will
you have all the foods and drinks for me, please?
Yes. I do want Monday to live stream that at the very least, because I think that would be fun with the group that I'm going with. Otherwise, guys, I'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday.
Are you coming back for Morning Roast and Dying Light on Tuesday? Or
I'm hoping to be back for Morning Roasts. I can't guarantee because I think Dying Light Tuesday I'm going to be flying and landing at that time. So I do know I might be able to make it on the Tuesday as long as my internet's good for Morning Roast. But otherwise, I do hope you all have a very good day. I've had a fun 150th.
I can't believe it's 150. That's crazy.
Sip and chills. It's great. It's literally crazy, and I love it. And I enjoy the show.
The Elvis peanut butter whiskey is either going to be 50 weeks from now, or it's going to be 2,000 subs on my channel. Those are going to be the two things. And I can't believe we made it 150 episodes. That's great.
It's amazing. One more thing I'm gonna just highlight, guys. I'm not that I'm okay. I hate this because I feel like I'm begging.
She's begging.
It kind of is. I'll admit it's begging. Throne.com/extra girl. I'm moving out. April 1st is the move-in date, and you will see a slow move into this. But if you guys are hardcore followers of me, you know, I am not taking a lot of things with me in the move out. And so I have to regroup in little things. And we've seen this, a toilet brush, cleaning towels, a mop, a broom, things like this, cutlery, dishes. You don't have to buy it now, but the next time I stream solo, I will take shots to half shots for things that you purchase. But if you do purchase them regardless, I will appreciate them. So as of right now, there's a couple things on there that I still really need, but I am okay if we buy them regardless. But if you want to see me drunk, you know, extra girl, I'm going to be going back to Silent Hill 2 remake next week.
Yay! Yeah.
So yeah,
I know I have Resident Evil 2 to finish too. It's so scary. It's all scary.
Yeah, I actually look back on what I did for Resident Evil 2 in 2022 or 2023. I played one stream and got so freaking scared. I didn't get back to it.
You have to finish it now though after Resident Evil Requiem.
No, but I have to finish Silent Hill 2 first before Resident Evil.
Because Resident Evil 2 directly, from the minimal spoilers I've seen, directly ties into Resident Evil Requiem. So it's actually been pretty cool to play them simultaneously.
I love it.
Pretty neat.
I love it.
You gotta finish it.
5 Hearts is definitely on there, but the Silent Hill 2 is going to be primary, and then 5 Hearts. There's, you know, between moving and all this, I'm trying to balance my life as best as I can. It's really difficult. Sweet. But yeah, I really want a dish drying rack and scissors. That's it. Ooh, Crimson Desert Owl. I want to play it. What about you? It's okay, we're getting really far out. It is an RPG single player game, and it actually looks really good. I want to play. I've played the demo at PAX East Crimson Desert trailer. Let's see if I can find something for you.
It's gonna be massive.
Welcome to the land of Pywell, a giving world where towering mountains rise above endless plains, where ancient forests hide secrets long forgotten, and where every road leads to a new story waiting to unfold. Welcome to Crimson Desert. Here, kingdoms rise and fall beneath the weight of war. Cities thrive with life, ambition, and danger, and beyond their walls.
Ooh.
The untamed world
really
stretches
pretty.
farther than the eye can see.
That Arizona.
Travel across vast lands shaped by time and conflict. From quiet villages and bustling towns to battlefields where armies clash beneath dark skies, ride across open...
I mean, but you get the idea, realistically.
I
so,
like that. That sounds up my alley. That sounds like a good game
you know-
to finish 4 years from now.
put it on your wish list on Steam. Maybe someone will get it for you. And then it could be entertainment. It honestly, from what I've played, it's like Dark Souls meets Witcher. That Dark Souls meets Witcher.
Yeah, buddy. It's going to take me approximately 5 business years to finish. For those of you who were there for my Witcher playthrough, Witcher 3, it took me, what, 2.5 years? And I still didn't get everything. I still didn't get it. It did. I still didn't get everything. I know for a fact I missed some missions somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. But yes. So we have Crimson Desert on Tugs' channel. We have toilet brushes on my channel, which, by the way, I do have a toilet brush. I really need the kitchen scissors.
Somebody
by the way.
get her the toilet brush to go with her plunger. Good
God,
God.
I have
about
a
to buy the
plunger.
damn toilet brush.
Honestly, I never. It's one of those weird things. It's like if this wasn't this instance with love and job and whatnot, I would have clogged the toilet and had to run to Walmart or Canadian Tire or something to unclog the toilet. 20
There
and
is
30
no
minutes later.
toilet brush on your wish list.
It's been bought.
Oh, damn it. I was going to go buy it to be funny because you were talking about
There's
it.
things like the drain clog, by the way. I've tried to order it in order of need. So whatever you see first is what I need. So I would love the mop, but that is a crowd fund thing. But I would love a dish rack dryer, a pair of kitchen scissors, very simple things. And I've not put like the someone bought it.
What? Who bought one?
Thank you, Tug.
So you can cut your hair.
You know what's funny? I used my mom's kitchen scissors to fix my hair.
I freaking knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
But that's what I'm saying is like, yes, Mongoose did buy the plunger, by the way.
Hokies, F off, but also you're correct.
Thank you. Honestly, Tugs, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You were talking
proper
about
kitchen
the
scissors are needed.
I couldn't get you the freaking plunger, or not the plunger. Yeah, the plunger. So
The plunger was already purchased.
I got you the scissors so you could cut your hair for the next.
Ideally, I would love to put a plunger in each room and a cleaner in each room, but it's not going to probably happen. It's fine. I can move
She
it.
wants to plunge each room. Monkey, you heard it.
Monkey and Hertz can plunge each room as deep as they want between the two of them. Yes.
That's what I meant.
Monkey, he did buy the cutting boards, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Monkey. So I those ones are really nice. And you know the crazy part? I still want to take the one that I originally owned. It's this huge
Do it.
angled
Do it.
board that is amazing, and you can flip it either
Flipping.
way. I know.
Do it.
It is the worst thing. I'm trying not to take too much stuff from the original home.
Do
Because
it!
Tugs is like, take it! Take it!
Who cares?
But yeah. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you sub to that Tug Life everywhere. Kick, YouTube, Twitch.
I know everybody wants me to do a wedding registry. I don't have one yet.
You
Okay,
need
I'm
to just add it
sorry.
on your throne list.
But I
like
don't know what I
have.
want. I know we want a house. So listen, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. Super chats, subscriptions, all that stuff is going towards that kind of thing.
You know what? You should Streamlabs it as much as all those super chats and whatnot. You get 100% of it, and that go towards a down payment.
Through Streamlabs? I think my donations is through Streamlabs. It's either through Streamlabs or Botrex. One of the two. I can't
It doesn't
remember now,
matter as long as it's not super chats. If you can.
Oh
promote
yeah,
that,
no. I
that's
do have
okay.
a direct donation on my links. It's like a donation. I think the button says like tipping or donations or something. It goes directly through that. But yeah, no, all of that is going through
the
personal
house fund
expenses and houses. Yeah, we are mostly looking for a house. Forget the wedding.
Yeah,
But
I'm waiting for the market to die down a little bit. I'm
am
ready
hoping for. I know gas prices are high, but I'm kind of hoping that the housing market goes like in 2008. That'd be great.
I'm still waiting. So I'm ready to buy a house. It's just a matter of time.
If you crowdfund my house, I'll give you a video tour.
Ooh. Ooh. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a very great evening. This is a great 150th. It might not be as crazy as the 100th.
No, but you know what? It was at more structured.
The 200th. Please kill us during then. And then we'll say.
You guys have 50 something. What did it say? 57 weeks? It doesn't matter.
March next year.
March
Save up.
of 2027 to get us 110,000% shammered for our 200th. We want to outdo the 100th episode, which I know the 100th episode gave us pickle juice, but like we need to outdo the pickle juice.
Ooh, we'll figure something out. Well, you know what? We'll have a goal. I think that's the problem. Market crashes, Tugs buys a 10-acre plot of land down the street.
You know what? The market crashed the last time, and an ex-coworker of Duke's bought a house that was built in the 80s, so it's solid. And they have 20 and a half acres of land, and they bought it. You guys are gonna shit your pants. They bought it for 400 grand.
Oh yeah, I cried.
20
I remember that
acres,
now.
20 acres, 4 bedrooms and like 3 baths. I think it was 3.5 baths, built in 1980 something. So it's a solid home. It's not like the chintzy ones now. 20 and a half acres of land for just under 400 grand in the middle of the recession. So let's all pray for a recession. Also, Extra Girl's gonna cry on episode 200. We will make her.
Oh, you know what? You say nice things about me.
No. It was the same. Well, it might have been multiple streams, actually.
You know,
she was going through it, guys. It's fine.
You know, as someone who's gone through a life-changing, altering event.
She cut her hair. It's
I cut my hair. I changed my status, and just go through it. And yeah, I don't like to be a quitter, but I was, and that's okay. You gotta value yourself. Anyways, thank you so much for being part of 150. Thank you for donating, super chats, all that crazy stuff. We have 200 coming up in 1 year, March next year. So as long as we don't skip an episode,
we'll
see you then. So yeah. Thank you. Believe in yourself. I'm glad you believe in me, and now I believe in you.
Yeah, I want to play more Dying Light. I like that game.
Yes, I agree too. Tuesdays, 6 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't know. We'll figure it out at some point.
Depends on Steam's bullcrap, honestly.
Yes. Have a good night. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.